Audio test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Test.
Keita Webb has a step on the receiver, and it's good. It's 10, 5, touchdown, Guthrie Blue Jays. And the Guthrie Blue Jays are state champions for the first time in school history, and they are celebrating on the field.
The following is a production of Guthrie Football, 4-time state champions.
Staley gets the snap. He's running with it left side. Touchdown, Blue Jays. Guy Staley and the Blue Jays regain the lead.
Next time that I talk to you, I will be talking to the greatest team in Guthrie High School history.
The Blue Jays are looking to add yet another gold ball made of Guthrie blue.
Ryan Dunn takes the snap, and there you have it. The 2011 Class 5A state champions are your very own Guthrie Blue Jays for the third time in school history, and they have dashed onto the field. Motion to the left side. They run to the left side with Alexander across the 5 to the 1. Touchdown! Ide Alexander for the fourth time in school history. The Guthrie Blue Jays are your Class 5A state champions, and strike up the band one final time.
One thing that will never be replaced is MTXE. Mental toughness, extra effort.
It's being determined to win in the face of all odds, all obstacles, and coming together as a unit to accomplish that.
Year after year, the Blue Jay offense is amongst the most prolific offenses in all of Class 5A.
Option reverse to Callis. Callis looking for throw. Wide open. Blaze Hastings, can they connect? He does. Touchdown, Blue Jays. Reverse pass, and the Blue Jays are on the board. Strike up the band.
It's that time again. It's time for Blue Jay football.
Hit hard. Landry Chapel gets every Blue Jay fan off their seat.
It's now
Strike up the band.
on the Guthrie Radio Network.
Guthrie football. Open up minds. It's time to go.
Launch authorization received. Countdown sequence initiated.
3, 2, 1.
Guthrie Football 2020 is brought to you by Interbank, strengthen our communities through community banking. Golden Chick, the original and still the best. South Point Baptist Church, welcome home. Exton, we build better business owners. Terra Insure Group, insuring your world. John Vance Auto Group, where it's comfortable to buy a car. Generations Church, love God, love people, serve both well. North Church Guthrie, you matter. Mercy Hospital, Logan County, your life is our life's work. And F&M Bank, a neighbor you can count on. Guthrie Blue Jay Football is also brought to you by the Guthrie Tag Agency, A-Team Overhead Door, First Christian Church, Hayes Funeral Home, Sonic at I-35 and Highway 33, and Mary Roberts Farm Bureau, Oklahoma.
Welcome to Guthrie football.
The following is a production of Guthrie Football, spanning across the Blue Jay Radio Network.
Throws it up for Dante Foster in a triple coverage. Oh my goodness! Are you kidding me?
Now, let's go live to the stadium with the voice of the Blue Jays, Chris Evans, and tonight's Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show.
Under the lights here at Cameron Stadium in Lawton, Oklahoma. Welcome to Guthrie Blue Jay football. Guthrie Blue Jays on the road tonight here at Lawton MacArthur High School. Blue Jays enter tonight's contest with a 5-2 overall record. They take on the Lawton MacArthur Highlanders, 6-2 on the season. It is the second round of the Oklahoma Class 5A state playoffs. Both teams had last week off. Should be a good one here tonight, again, inside Cameron Stadium. Along with our videographers, we'll call them tonight, Mason Russell and Kel Evans. On-site producer is Braden Russell. Back in our Stillwater studio, as she is all season long, Miss Jordan Leach. Phil Nichols, Seth Robbins, I'm Chris Evans. Welcome to the broadcast here on Hot 93.7 FM KSBI. And boy, guys, anytime Guthrie and Lawton MacArthur get together, which this is the 8th time they met together, and oh, by the way, all of them have been in the playoffs, and including that magical state championship game back in 2013. Of course, last time the Blue Jays were here for a playoff game, I don't think we want to dwell on it too much. Got beat 50-0. But Lawton MacArthur, this is their first year to be in the playoffs after missing the last 2 years. Of course, Guthrie missed last year, and these are programs that have won a lot of games in the last 15, 20 years.
Yeah, and we were talking earlier, Chris, of all those contests that we've had against Lawton MacArthur, not one has ever been at the Rock.
Yes.
Never had a home game against Lawton Mac, at least in the last, well, as far back as we can go.
Right.
So kind of a unique deal, but it's definitely a game or two teams that are familiar with each other. The crowds are familiar with each other. You don't have to go Guthrie, who's that? Or we don't have to say Lawton Mac, who's that? I mean, we definitely are aware of each other. And I think two teams that are pretty darn evenly matched. It should present a good ball game tonight.
Absolutely, and both teams, again, Seth, had last week off, and it's always be cautious what you do because of COVID. They were able to avoid that for the most part. I think there were some small hiccups at both places, but nothing too major. But a lot of teams have had, I think 18 teams had I can't remember what the exact number is, but a lot of teams had to cancel their games this week in the playoffs.
Well, never before have the plans for these games been soft until literally the referee puts the ball on the field.
Yeah,
I know that we all afternoon we were talking in group texts and seeing each other around town going, gosh, are we really going to go? Are we really going to go? But, you know, in an absolutely insane year, here we are, second week of the playoffs, and beautiful Cameron Stadium, great surface. Not a bad ride down either, partner.
Yeah, easy going, 90 minutes down the road, and it's kind of like going to Tulsa, but as we were talking about it, much more scenic.
Yeah, once you get past the Will Rogers Airport, it's just a straight shot down here, and but we're looking forward to it tonight. As Phil said, two teams that seem to be evenly matched. You know, it's really odd. Even though we're only separated by 90 minutes, it feels like we're in two separate states, right?
Yeah.
You really don't know the quality of competition that Lawton's faced. They don't know the quality of competition or lack thereof that we've faced. And so really you can kind of look at the records and hope you can compare it, but really you just throw it out the window and put the ball on the field and see what happens.
Absolutely. This is the Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show. Be sure to visit Brian Sturkle and the great crew over at 224 East Oklahoma Avenue. Interbank.com. Again, their phone number 282-0470. Always brag on Interbank. Great service and all your banking needs. But again, this is I've lost track of how many years this has been, but they have been with us since day one of our broadcast, way back since 2002, and we always appreciate their partnership in Guthrie Blue Jay football and Guthrie Blue Jay athletics. We're going to take our opening timeout here. The winner of tonight's ball game already knows who they're going to play next week because of COVID. We'll break down a little bit of the Class 5A bracket. We'll break down the matchup between the Blue Jays and the Highlanders, all coming up here on the Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show.
Interbank wishes all the Guthrie Blue Jays student athletes a great season and will be cheering the whole way. Interbank is proud to be a part of the tremendous momentum in Guthrie with the growing success of our schools and city. Interbank continues the winning tradition of taking care of their customers with personal and business banking. Located just blocks from the Rock at 224 East Oklahoma or by phone at 405-282-0470. Interbank, in it for you. Member FDIC.
For decades, Guthrie Athletics has been a source of pride in the Guthrie community. Hi, I'm Merritt Roberts, and I've been a Blue Jay supporter and Farm Bureau agent for many, many years. I want to wish all the Guthrie student athletes not only a great season on the field, course, track, or court, but in the classroom as well. If integrity, honesty, and accessibility are important to you, call Farm Bureau at 620-4920 and ask for Merritt. I would welcome the opportunity to give you a professional evaluation of your insurance needs, or simply stop by and let's talk about the Jays.
Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show continues here inside Cameron Stadium, Lawton, Oklahoma, Comanche County. And got to bring in Seth here. The last time I was in Lawton, I was just down the road watching the Class 5A Boys Golf State Championship where the Blue Jays won back-to-back titles. Of course, that was not last year but the year before because of COVID. But the Blue Jays, currently the two-time defending state champions, but that was the last time that I for sure, I'm not sure about you.
That's me too.
Yeah.
May 2019. And I knew that I couldn't point out to you exactly where the Lawton Country Club is. I think it's behind us. But, yeah, I could see Cameron Stadium I stayed in my motorhome in the parking lot of Lawton Country Club. And, man, what a great time that was to be a Blue Jay. And it's funny to think now that, you know, what COVID's done to two different high school athletic seasons.
Yeah.
Wiped out the spring in 19, has wreaked havoc on the fall of 20, or the spring of 20 and the fall of 20.
And also the winter of 20, the
winter
basketball.
Winter of 20. And but, man, what an odd year for the playoffs. At the break, Chris was explaining to me that all of the different provisions that allow for teams that may have lost their first-round playoff game or a playoff game if the following week, if the team that vanquished them in the game can't go because of COVID, that gives them new life. So really, one week to the next, you have no idea who you're going to play. You have no idea if you're going to play. So just a huge another challenge that these high school football coaches and athletic directors are facing.
Yeah, and speaking of one of those challenges, Phil, Shawnee had a great victory last week over Sapulpa, 35-34, and a late score to put them over the top of Sapulpa. Shawnee did that with only 21 players suited out in that victory. And then it got down as low as 18, and then finally more numbers came in, and finally Shawnee had to cancel their game this week with Collinsville. Sapulpa did not want to go on the road to Collinsville, declined to play, because if you lose and the team that beats you has a COVID issue, you can go and play that game if you want to, but Sapulpa declined that option. And so the Shawnee game at Collinsville is canceled. So Collinsville plays all 10 regular season games, no problem.
Yep.
And then 2 weeks in a row in the playoffs, they cannot play. And so Collinsville advances to next week's game with the winner between Guthrie and Lawton MacArthur without playing 2 playoff games.
It'll be 21 days basically since they been in a game situation, which isn't good in playoff football. We were talking earlier too. Ada tonight was supposed to head out to Clinton. They're on the bus getting ready to pull out. Administration comes and says, sorry, boys, can't play.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just crazy. And Shawnee was down to 10 players, I was told in pregame. I was down talking to some of the coaches, and they said they were literally down to 10 players.
Gosh, as the parent of a 2020 graduate, what an awful time if you're an Ada Cougar senior getting ready to play in playoffs.
It's terrible.
And you get pulled off the bus and told your season's over. And, I understand. There's much harder things in life, and people say, hey, there's no such thing as fair. I get it. But all of us as parents and as guys who played high school athletics, what a great time of your life. And for it to just be ripped away from you like that is heartbreaking. And we understand the precautions and why it has to happen here as adults. But
doesn't make it any better.
Doesn't make it any better.
Right,
and I just really feel for all these kids who are being robbed of the opportunity, as Chris alluded to. The golf program was pretty much being coronated as a 3 in a row.
Well, they would have had to play great to win by 40.
Yeah, and they missed out on that, but everybody's affected in one way or another.
Right.
Yeah, and luckily on the gridiron, no issues in 6A football. The Shawnee is the only issue in for COVID reasons in 5A football. Phil mentioned Ada had a COVID issue, and I think that's the only one in Class 4A football. So your bigger schools are holding up pretty good. Now there's a lot more in the lower ranks in there, but really there's luckily for a lot of these teams, there's not like nothing against these teams like Shawnee. I mean, they were probably going to go to Collinsville and get beat 2 or 3 touchdowns, but hey, you still want to play the football game.
Still want to play.
But with that said, we haven't seen a Jinx, a Union, a Bixby, a Carl, someone a Weatherford, a Blanchard, someone that has Gold Bowl in their mind, kind of like the 2-time defending golf teams here in Guthrie. None of that has been stricken in football so far.
Well, we've been lucky because, we've talked about this throughout the year. How crazy would it be for, say, Carl Albert here in 5A? Everybody knows Carl Albert's the cream of the crop in 5A.
Right.
I think, you got a couple teams after them that are competitive. They would probably stay within a couple touchdowns of them, 2 or 3 touchdowns. But for the most part, if Carl Albert does not get taken off the field with COVID, they're probably going to win the Gold Ball again this year. How crazy would it be for them to lose because they can't go play?
Yeah,
which would be the exact same scenario, in my opinion, I'll say it, as the Guthrie golf team had last year, because they were going to win by 30-plus strokes. I mean, it was not even close.
Yeah, and there's some other issues, other teams like that in basketball that would have moved on as well. So we're going to take another timeout here on the Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show. When we come back, we'll take a look at Guthrie, Lawton MacArthur, a little bit of history in this program, how Lawton MacArthur has done this year, and get our thoughts as we count our way down the kickoff here inside Cameron Stadium in Lawton. It's the second round of the Class 5A playoffs. This is the Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show.
Have you heard the big news here in Guthrie? You know the Guthrie Tagging Agency is your local source for all your vehicles, boats, ATVs, trailers, titles, registrations, and of course driver's license renewals and replacements. But now, the Guthrie Tagging Agency helps with driver's road test. That's right, take your road test right here in Guthrie. No more trips to Edmond or Stillwater or Enid. Call and schedule your appointment at 282-3873. Guthrie Tagging Agency, open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and on Saturdays from 9 to noon. At South Point Baptist Church, we want you to cheer loud and be proud as we send the Blue Jays to victory. Afterwards, join us each Sunday in our friendly family atmosphere. South Point invites you, your family, and friends to join us each week with Sunday school beginning at 10 a.m. and our morning service at 11 a.m. South Point wishes all students this season to make fun and exciting memories not only on the playing field, but in the classroom as well. And as always, go Blue Jays.
Hello, Blue Jay family. I'm Pastor Hetty. I want to invite you to North Church Guthrie, where you can expect fun, Bible-centered kids and student ministries, life-giving groups, engaging worship, and powerful messages. I would love to see you and your family at North Church Guthrie this Sunday at 9:30 or 11 a.m. at Guthrie Upper Elementary School, where our vision is to love God, love people, and follow Jesus. And remember, God loves you, and go win.
You can buy a pre-owned car, truck, SUV, or van anywhere. But why would you buy one without a guarantee? At John Vance Auto Group, our pre-owned vehicles come with our lifetime engine, transmission, and other powertrain components guarantee at no charge. Now that's peace of mind. We offer some of the lowest interest rates, too.
Everything you've heard about John Vance Auto Group, it's all true.
John Vance Auto Group.
Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show continues here in Lawton, Oklahoma, Cameron Stadium, Comanche County. Phil Nichols, Seth Robbins, Chris Evans with you. Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show. Great crew over there, 224 East Oklahoma. Interbank.com, 282-0470. Great community sponsors of not only athletics, but a lot of things. So be sure to thank them and all the sponsors. You know, we don't get to say this enough. All the sponsors, all the commercials, whether you're watching our feed on YouTube, simply search Guthrie News Page, or on Hot 93.7 FM KSBI. Thank them for sponsoring Guthrie High School Athletics so we can go on the road to Lawton. There's a lot of reasons why people can't come to these games. Just because of life gets in the way, and we're able to do that for you, and hopefully we bring you a good product. But thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors. You hear them throughout the broadcast. So with that, guys, again, this is the 8th meeting between Guthrie and Lawton MacArthur. I think it dates back to 1981. All 8 meetings have come in the playoffs, and as Phil mentioned, it'd be nice if Lawton Mac would like to come to Rock every now and then.
Seems like the right thing to do at some point.
I believe my first Guthrie Lawton Mac game, you guys can correct me, would it have been maybe 06 at Memorial Stadium in Norman?
Yep.
And
got down 14-0.
I remember them specifically doing a lot of jet sweep. I don't know if that's something they still do a lot of, but I remember back then them doing a lot of jet sweep. And I remember their quarterback would be under center. And there was a big controversy that night. Coach Michoud,
yes,
surprise, surprise, was letting the officiating crew have it because the quarterback would rear his head like he was going to back out.
Up, yep.
And he was drawing us off sides. And I just specifically remember that. I remember that being an excellent ball game.
Yes.
I specifically remember, did not Chris King have a great game that night, rushing the ball?
I think so, but I've tried to block that out.
Yeah, I know.
Not Chris's performance, but the overcall.
I know.
Because we basically had one bad series.
Yep, right.
And it was just, but that's what happens when you get 2 great football teams, which those 06 teams were both fabulous football teams.
Now, the most recent addition was the playoff game, I'm assuming.
Yeah, 2016.
Okay. But so the 13 state title, right?
2011.
11 we beat them.
11 we
24-7.
Yeah.
That was the in 11. That was in Stillwater.
Correct.
Boone Pickens.
And that was I like to call that. Was that the Zonte Veasley game? Where they brought Zonte in?
Yeah, he had about 118 tackles from that quarterback
we were
position.
having a hard time with one specific receiver, and Zonte, I believe, was a sophomore, and they brought him in.
That was really the launch of his career, which went on to be a great career for the Blue Jays.
So impressive.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
One of the best tacklers I've ever seen in the defensive backfield played for the Blue Jays.
You look at Lawton MacArthur, the 2020 season here, finished second in their district. El Reno, of course, won District 5A1. Lawton Mac finished second. Duncan finished third. Ardmore finished fourth. Of course, Guthrie beat Duncan back in week 3 of the high school football season. But Lawton MacArthur Their 2 losses this year on this field against big brother Lawton, and their other loss was to El Reno, 20-17. El Reno, of course, got Doran Plumlee, a team that barely got on the field this week. I mean, there was a time that they were not playing. El Reno actually had to send game film to health officials and say this kid who tested positive for COVID was nowhere near this player, this player, this player. So health officials are looking at game film to determine contact tracing. But El Reno,
some places.
Yeah, but El Reno, luckily for El Reno, they were able to get on the field and take on Piedmont tonight without 4 starters.
Yeah, and we talked about it on Wednesday night at our high school huddle show done on Wednesday nights at 93.7. I still picked El Reno to win that ball game. I think it's going to be a tall task missing those 4 starters. Now, we don't know who those 4 starters are, and we talked about that. They may not be as critical as some other positions, but as long as you got Plumlee on the field for you, Seth, you got a shot to win the ball game because I think he's the second, third best player in 5A.
Well, and I think in this wild year of cancellations and extended times without practice, on any given night, anybody can get beat. I think we're seeing that all the way up into the college ranks.
Yeah.
Seeing success out of Tulsa and Cincinnati and a lot of Liberty, a lot of these
struggles at Michigan State. I mean, there's a lot. Yeah.
So there's no sure things this year, guys. There's just no sure things except for Carl Albert.
They are pretty sure.
And taxes.
Yeah, oh boy, had to bring up the tower.
Yeah, you look at Guthrie and Lawton MacArthur over the last 15, whatever you want, 10, 15 years. A lot of 10, 11, 12, 13. In Guthrie's case, a couple 14-win seasons. But Lawton MacArthur last year did not make the playoffs, 6-4. The year before did not make the playoffs with a 4-6 record. Guthrie did not make the playoffs last year with a 4-6 record. So these 2 teams have seen the height in the last decade and then not making the playoffs as of late. So very similar teams, I think, tonight. And really, I'm not the best. I don't know exactly what Lawton MacArthur has. I know a few players, they're good athletes, but I think they're very comparable to Guthrie. I really, truly believe it's a 50-50 game.
Yeah.
Who wants it more?
Yeah, and I think we've talked about that. Because of the oddness of this year, you don't really know.
Oh, and there's no home field advantage.
No, and you just kind of, I don't know. I always, when games are this tight, I usually go back to who's got the best athlete on the field.
Right.
And that might be a complete cop-out on my part.
Yeah.
Because I know it's not an individual sport, obviously.
It goes a long ways, though.
It goes a long ways. Just watching pregame, because like Seth said, we don't get an opportunity to watch each other throughout the year with Mac and Guthrie.
Well, there's no common opponents hardly.
Not really. I mean,
Duncan, I guess.
Right, but bottom line, number seven,
Nasir Kemper, 6'2", 184-pound wide receiver, senior.
He's that athlete. He'll play running back. He'll split out wide. He'll go wildcat. He'll play defense.
Yeah,
probably the best athlete on the field.
Yeah, MacArthur starts the quarterback tonight. Jersey number 2, Gage Graham, and as you expect, a sophomore going through his ups and downs.
Sure.
And, MacArthur has kind of been their own enemy at times with penalties and turnovers. Those are the couple things their offensive coordinator had talked about, is to eliminate those things. They've been a really good football team, but they shoot themselves in their own foot. So we'll see if that continues on here tonight.
Yeah, as I mentioned a minute ago, we were talking about the unpredictability of this season, and when I made a comment about there's really no home field advantage.
Right.
And on a game like tonight, there's a handful of parents and fans from Lawton MacArthur, probably less than 100.
Right.
And there's probably less than maybe, say, 40 Blue Jay fans.
Yeah.
And, weather shouldn't be a factor tonight. It's a beautiful night.
Yeah.
American flag to our left is laying dead still. So really, honestly, like Phil said, you look at the best player on the field. We anticipate, as we see him march out right now.
Looks pretty good.
One of the captains, really impressive-looking young man. So they've got the best, what we feel like is probably the best athlete on the field. So really, on a night like tonight, Phil, it's all going to come down to, like most football games, penalties and turnovers.
Penalties and turnovers usually dictate these kind of games when they're close. And, listen, you cannot, in a playoff football, make mistakes. You can't go out there and have 7, 8, 9, 10 penalties. You can't go out there and turn the ball over 2 or 3 times and expect to win a ball game.
No,
I feel
like Guthrie this year has been relatively successful in that department.
Yeah.
In the maybe not so much in the turnover department, but in the penalty department, they've done well. So I hope that's a trend that continues this evening. But very very interesting ball game. I hope you stick with us tonight, either on 93.7 or on the YouTube feed, because I feel like we should see a fairly good ball game. And like Chris often says, you come this far, dadgummit, you want to see a good game.
Absolutely.
You do.
Absolutely. We're going to take our final time out here on the Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show. When we come back, it's second round action between Guthrie and Lawton MacArthur. This is the Interbank Blue Jay Kickoff Show.
When garage door problems occur, don't call a kind of service company or maybe a repair guy. Call Paul Creed at A-Team Overhead Door. Paul owns and operates his company and has over 15 years of experience in residential and commercial overhead door service. Paul provides all garage door services from repairs to installations. With free estimates, Paul will work with you to decide the best possible solution for your garage door or opener problems. Call A-Team Overhead Door today, 405-642-7065.
FCC is the place to be. At First Christian Church, we love to support our Guthrie Blue Jays and be all in. We are all in with our athletes, our students, our families, our community, and our faith. We have something for all ages and would love to have you join us for worship in person or online at 10:30 a.m. on Sunday mornings. Join us as we continue to be all in, serving Christ and growing in faith. And as always, go Blue Jays!
Interbank wishes all the Guthrie Blue Jays student athletes a great season and will be cheering the whole way. Interbank is proud to be a part of the tremendous momentum in Guthrie with the growing success of our schools and city. Interbank continues the winning tradition of taking care of their customers with personal and business banking. Located just blocks from the Rock at 224 East Oklahoma or by phone at 405-282-0470. Interbank, in it for you. Member FDIC.
Here in Lawton, second round Class 5A football playoffs. Mason Russell, Kel Evans, Braden Russell, Jordan Leach, Miss Mustang Bronco, as Lawton MacArthur comes out onto the field. Blue Jays getting ready to do that as well. Phil Nichols, Seth Robbins, Chris Evans with you as we are just moments away from kicking off this one here tonight. Real quick, 5A games tonight. Carl Albert hosting Ardmore, Bishop Kelly hosting Tahlequah. Collinsville's off tonight due to COVID issues in Shawnee. Guthrie, Lawton MacArthur, El Reno, and Piedmont in action tonight. Pryor is taking on McAllister. Coweta hosting Claremore, and Duncan is at Bishop McGinnis. We'll update you throughout the night on our South Point Baptist Church scoreboard updates. Real quick, go over to Phil Nichols with our Mercy Health reports.
Yeah, we've talked a little bit about how odd the year is, and tonight for the Blue Jays, number 2, DeAndre Jones will not be able to participate due to COVID protocol, and number 43, Cole Madison is out with a non-COVID related injury. So, bad deal. And of course, we know that as we've known, we of course had the big loss of the lineman earlier this year, and I just went completely blank, guys. I apologize. Sam Wilhelm, yes. Out, 6'3", 230-pound junior with a season-ending knee injury, but that's our Mercy Health report for tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Mercy Health report. Game time temperature 65 beautiful degrees. Winds are out of the north, gusting at 6 miles per hour. There is a low chance of rain, but I do think we'll be out of here tonight before that comes in. Hopefully.
Rain?
Small chance.
Haven't seen a lot of that lately.
Blue Jays will receive the football to begin the contest. Blue Jays in the traveling white uniforms. White tops, white bottoms, have the blue numbers. Of course, we know the gray helmet with the G logo and the blue face mask. Lawton MacArthur in the home black uniforms. Yellow numbers, yellow helmets with the black stripe down the middle. It is the MacArthur Highlanders, one of 3 schools here in Lawton, Oklahoma. For longest time, Lawton had 2 teams in Class 6A football, but now Lawton Ike, who obviously is in Guthrie's district, makes 2 teams in 5A football.
One of my first memories of high school football, Chris, I watched, I think it would have been the 88 or 89 5A state championship over at old Rust-Oleum Field in Stillwater. Yes. Lawton Eisenhower Eagles taking on the Cale Gundy-led Midwest City Bombers.
It is Bedlam week, and I think I know what side you're on right now, Seth.
I don't know. I'm a moving target.
Pistols firing.
We are on 93.7, so tread lightly.
Pistols firing. Pistols firing.
Lawton MacArthur will kick the football away. It's a squib kick across the middle. We're underway. Here's a return for Guthrie from the 30, 35 to the 40, 45 midfield to the near side, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 21 guy to beat it to 10 to the 5. Touchdown, Jalen Chubb on a 70-yard kick return. There are no flags on the field.
That's a big-time play by the sophomore, Jalen Shelf. Been player of the game in the Bishop McGinnis game, starting on that cornerback position. He's played quarterback his whole life, Seth, as well. Very athletic kid. He showed it there, came up, fielded that kick. Golden goalpost. Blue Jays up 6-0.
I highly doubt that's how the special teams coordinator for Lawton Mac drew that up. Let's kick a line drive to maybe the fastest kid on the team.
You're right. They might rethink that.
Blue Jays will attempt the PAT just 10 seconds into the contest. That's a way to come on the road and get some momentum going here. Blue Jays again on for the PAT. Ezok turned into a pretty good football player for the Blue Jays. He wears jersey number 4, and we have a couple of flags thrown at the same time. It'll be a false start on the Blue Jays, and so it'll be a little bit of a longer try for Ezok.
Ezok, you talked about it, never played football before this season, Chris. When he came out that opening week, I swear they were showing him how to put his chin strap on, Seth. I mean, he big-eyed and everything, and I think he's only missed one miss. I think there was a couple snaps throughout the year, but I think he's only missed one PAT all year, and I think he's only missed one field goal. So he's had a great year for a kid the first time he's ever wore the uniform.
I'm glad you said it and not me, Phil.
There's a snap. The hold is down. The kick is plenty long enough, and Ezok splits the uprights. And 10 seconds into the contest, the Blue Jays have an early 7-0 lead, and I think it's too early to go to commercial break, so we'll keep it here.
See, if I would have said that, he would have missed it. That's why I said that.
Seth,
I have been to the casino with Nichols before. He can get away with the jinx words. I can't.
Matter of fact,
we're very close to Comanche.
We got our cards.
I'll throw in the disclaimer, gamble responsibly, please. Thank you.
Matter of fact, last time I was in Lawton, it was with Seth Road, coming up and watch a golf tournament.
Yeah, Fort Sill Officers Club.
And we stayed in the cruiser.
We did stay in the motorhome in the parking lot of the Comanche Casino.
Best night of sleep I've had. And remember, I was having back issues.
He
I told Seth, I woke up the next morning, I said, I feel like $1 million.
Phil had top bunk, and he wanted to live in there after that night.
Oh, that was funny. Seth was my voice of reason that night.
I was. I helped you walk out of Comanche Plus. It wasn't a big plus, but it was a
winner.
plus. That's right.
It's happened twice.
Well, in talking about Ezok, he's about to kick off here for the Blue Jays, and Phil's right. At the very first of the season, he was like a kind of a duck out of water.
Yeah, deer in the headlight down there.
Whatever analogy you want to use, but he has grown into a pretty decent place kicker. And, Guthrie has a history of being able to pluck him out of the halls.
They really have, and of course he's just a junior, so he's going to get better next year. But I'm happy for that young man. I mean, he's really done a good job. Of course, a very accomplished soccer player for the Blue Jays as well. So
could not be happier for 10 Jalen Shelf either. Been waiting on one of those all season.
Yep.
Ezok kicks it right to left for the Jays. It's a short kick. Fair caught at the 35-yard line. So here comes the Lawton MacArthur Highlander offense led by sophomore quarterback. He wears jersey number 2. Gage Graham is his name. 5'10", 155-pounder. But, again, the name to watch tonight, number 7, Nazir Kemper, 6'2", 184 senior. He's a wide receiver. He's a running back. He'll run some wildcat when needed. Again, jersey number 7. We'll see how it plays out tonight. First down and 10 for the Highlanders from their own 36-yard line. 2 receivers to the near side. The ball's on the near hash mark. Shotgun snap, and it'll be tossed to Kemper, and he'll get 1 or 2 yards at most. Their Blue Jays do a good job of holding him up for a small gain.
Late flag on the play. Maybe been a little extracurricular activity. While we wait for that call, Chris, Landon Herzl got in there early, got a piece of the tackler, then 3 or 4 other Blue Jays came in and cleaned that up. Herzl's had to step back and play that linebacker position the last few weeks and done a really good job.
Shaputis also in on the tackle. Herzl kind of got there before him, and a couple other Blue Jays popped in, and we're going to have a penalty against MacArthur. So not a crisp spot for Lawton MacArthur, giving up a 70-yard kickoff return to begin the ball game. And then their first play from scrimmage, a penalty will back them up behind the chains.
Looks like they've got number 1, Isaiah Gray, in the backfield, Chris, and Kemper is down here on the near side, split out against Caden Ballard-Stevenson.
Isaiah Gray, a jersey change tonight. He does, as Seth mentioned, wears jersey number 1. He's 6 foot, 165 pound. He's a junior. Gray on the right side of Graham, the quarterback, and they'll check the side. Coach Manning, a good coach, been here for a long, long time. His father was here before him. As Graham takes the shotgun snap, pump fakes, steps up the pocket, throws it downfield, has a man open, but cannot connect at the Guthrie 45-yard line. The receiver was open, and if it's a good pass, a good catch, it's going to be a touchdown.
Well, and I think you're going to see the Highlanders try to stretch the field out and throw the ball tonight. They've watched film, and if there's been an Achilles heel for the Blue Jays the last few weeks, it's at that, it's against the pass.
Especially with Jones out.
Yes.
3rd down and 23. They'll run it with Kemper. There's another flag thrown as he goes from the near side all the way to the far side, tackled out of bounds at the 28-yard line on the Blue Jays sideline. But again, there is a flag thrown. And if this is against MacArthur, Guthrie would obviously decline this one, make it 4th down and long.
Here's 2B, Chris.
Yeah, that's exactly the case, and it will be declined. 47 seconds into the contest, Guthrie has a touchdown, and Lawton MacArthur is getting ready to punt the football.
Well, that, and I want to point out something. Zach Henry, sophomore, number 18, 6'1", 170-pounder, I believe, 165-pounder.
Filling in for DeAndre
Filling
tonight.
in for DeAndre Jones, who's not able to play for COVID protocol, but great job running to the ball, made the tackle there, and set all this up for the Blue Jays. So great job. He doesn't seem overwhelmed at all.
No, Zach Henry's going to be a lot of you can say a lot of things about Zach, but one of them is not that he is not tough.
That's
he
right.
is one of the toughest kids on this football team.
Ball will be snapped at the 27-yard line. The kicker, the punter, is at the 16-yard line. It's a good snap. It's a low line drive punt that bounces at midfield, takes a MacArthur bounce, picked up by KBS at the 40, breaks the tackle at the 45, and gets into MacArthur territory at the 49-yard line. Great field position for the Blue Jays. On top 7-0, 10:48 to play in quarter number 1.
Yeah, you look at this right now, and obviously very, very early with 10:48 remaining in the first quarter, but these two, the first drive, of course, take it back, the opening kickoff for touchdown, but Blue Jays right now, seem to be ready to play. I mean, they
Absolutely.
seem to, it's just you get a feel for things.
They have an opportunity to land a big shot right here.
Yeah, really.
So a really important drive for the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
Ball just to the right of the midfield stripe at midfield. 1st down 10 from the 50-yard line. 2-back set for Josh Raines, and they'll hand it off. And that's going to be Hayden Calvert. Taking a snap back there with Josh Raines.
Freshman number 1, Hayden Calvert, getting a little 5A playoff action under his belt tonight, guys.
Hayden's got into one game this year. That was in injury reserve duty against Guyman.
New wrinkle having them both in the backfield.
It is, and now Blue Jays will check the sideline. And let's get this in here real quick. Isaiah Hammond's back there. We'll say this, give it more time. And so a new look for the Blue Jays tonight. Hayden Calvert takes the shotgun snap. He'll hand it off to Josh Raines, who runs the football to the 45-yard line. A 5-yard pickup, and here we go.
I like this. I'm telling you what, Josh Raines, we've talked about it, great athlete, consummate team player. He'll play wherever you want him to play. He's really a linebacker. Started as a sophomore linebacker, ended up to go to tailback because of injuries, ended up going to quarterback. I like this.
3rd down and 5 for the Blue Jays. Calvert to throw, goes to the far sideline, it's caught, gets to the 39 and 41 to the 40. Second effort will get it to the 39, and it will be a 1st down. We do have an injured Blue Jay down, and we'll check that one. It's going to be an offensive lineman.
That's
67, Mason Campbell.
Yeah, 6'4", 260 senior. I tell you, that offensive line for the Jays can't take much more. Been pretty decimated over the season.
Yeah, and
he's okay.
Yeah, he's not moving real fast either. We'll go ahead and keep it here just to bring this up real quick. We don't want to go too tight on the injury. Not sure what that is, and so our camera crew will back off there a little bit. But
great new wrinkle.
Yeah, and we brought this up a few times this year, and we brought McGinnis. Guthrie was struggling. Let's bring in Hayden. We brought it up just to be a coach, a play coach, and we're nowhere near a real coach. But let's see what Hayden can do a little bit here. But maybe Kelly Beebe knew that and said, you know what, we'll wait.
We'll save it
when it's needed.
Well, go ahead, Seth.
Well, you get into the playoffs, and as a coach, I would assume you do everything you can to get all your best players on the field.
Right. Yeah.
And as we've seen this year, Josh Raines run through a wall for anybody, and but the passing game has sometimes been spotty. I mean, we saw that over in Jones, things like that, and Coach Beebe alluded to that in the post game about being a little bit lacking in the passing game. and that was our last time we were on the field.
Yeah.
So to bring Hayden in, who we all know has a big-time arm, and put him beside Josh, that has to be very comforting to that freshman.
Yeah, no doubt.
To be standing there next to the senior starting quarterback. But Josh, I think we all know his strength all season has been running the football.
Right.
So just a different way to utilize Josh and hopefully utilize Calvert's arm.
Yeah, and I tell you, this doesn't look good, by the way, watching
Campbell
being taken off the field here, but sure hope he's okay. But he's not putting any weight on that leg right now. But bottom line is we all remember that homecoming game against Guyman. And everybody said, well, we're up by 24, but he's a freshman and goes out there and throws 4 touchdown passes, spinning it all over the place, and didn't act like he was intimidated at all by the moment. Doesn't look intimidated by the moment right now.
And Josh Raines looks like a Class 5A running back.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
One of the best ones. And like you said, Phil, 4 touchdown passes, no interceptions against air is fine by me.
You darned right.
And he can run it between the tackles.
Oh, yeah.
And, by the way, Isaiah Hemmons hasn't got a handoff yet, who's averaging 95 yards per game.
That's right. No, this is a nice wrinkle for the Jays. Now we got to see what happens here with the line now.
First down and 10, ball at the 38-yard line. This drive started at midfield. The snap goes to Josh Raines, couple lead blockers. He goes across the 40 to the 39 and might have lost a yard on the play. It'd be second down and 11. So if you're Lawton MacArthur defense, you got to find out who the ball's even snapped to.
Yeah, you got 3 people to worry about now. And
right, yeah, you could snap it to any of the 3 guys.
Hadn't game plan for this, I guarantee you.
No chance they game plan for that.
Well, and I was watching the coaches show on the on their network, and they were all talking about Josh Raines. Didn't mention anybody else. It was all, we got to stop Josh Raines. Well, rightfully so. I mean,
sure.
Josh Raines, who signed his letter of intent with NOC to play baseball this week. Congratulations to that young man.
Absolutely. Second down and 11. Calvert takes the snap. Play action. Has time. Here comes the pressure, though, and down goes Hayden at the 48-yard line. Loss on the play of 9 yards. It's going to bring third down, and we'll call it 20.
And this is what you got to be concerned about. You lose that big tackle on the left side, and it doesn't matter. I'm not talking about the young man that replaced him. You step in, you're on the sideline, you're probably not thinking you're going to get on the field. And all of a sudden you're thrown into action. It's going to take a little while to get settled in and start playing football.
Ball back at the 47-yard line, third down and 20. 2 receivers to the far side, 2-back set. Hayden Calvert to throw. Throws it downfield, has KBS in the area, and it's caught at the 15 to the 10, into the end zone. KBS!
Woo. That's what we're talking about right there. I mean, what an unbelievable throw. KBS goes up and gets it, goes on high points, that ball gets it. What a great throw by the young freshman. Outstanding.
Guys, and another aspect of that, again, singing Josh Raines' praise, the D end on the high side was coming at a full clip, and Josh just took him out. What a great block by 17 Josh Raines to give his freshman quarterback time to connect with Caden Ballard-Stevenson.
8:14 to play in quarter number 1. Blue Jays on top, 13-0, trying to make it 14-0. Izak on for the PAT. Snap's good, the hold is good, the kick plenty long enough, and it's good as well. Guthrie early on leads this one against Lawton MacArthur, 14-0 in the second round of the 5A playoffs. This is Guthrie Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
At Generations Church, we exist to love God, love people, and serve both well. We're a multi-generational, multicultural church that believes in being a light to our city and our region. At Generations, we don't believe that church can be put in a box. We're a church that accepts all people from all walks of life, young, old, rich, and poor, and you will feel welcome at Generations. Join us at 10 a.m. every Sunday at 2524 West Noble in Guthrie, America. You can also join us at generationsguthrie.online.church.
Exxon was founded by 2 combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
KBS, the senior, hauls in the 47-yard touchdown reception from freshman Hayden Calvert. And oh my, 8:14 to play in quarter number 1. The Blue Jays lead MacArthur 14-0.
Somebody needs to go down and remind that freshman he's a freshman.
Here's the kick. They're called for and hauled in at the 33-yard line. MacArthur will have the football for the second time here offensively. They were 3 and out on their first possession, had to punt the football away. Penalty early on put them behind the chains. And again, the offense coordinator for Lawton MacArthur said penalties and turnovers have been our Achilles heel all season long.
Well, and they had the Blue Jays in 3rd and forever.
Yeah.
Boy, what a demoralizing play that had to have been.
What a great play call.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, let's go for it, right?
And don't forget, we'll let you brag on Josh Raines. Here's a pass from MacArthur on first down. Caught at the 39 across the 40. Stays on his feet to the 45. Still on his feet, and he'll be finally taken down. Forward progress will make it around the 45, 46-yard line. 11-yard pickup regardless. It will be a first down depending on the flag. We'll see what that one is here. But on that touchdown throw, guys, Hayden Calvert had a little bit extra time because of Josh Raines' block.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if I didn't see the replay. I don't know if it was a corner blitz, a safety blitz, or it was a linebacker coming around the outside. But somebody who had a line drawn to Hayden Calvert, and Josh just gave up his body, a big-time collision. It just gave Hayden enough time to get that throw off.
Like we were talking, if you're back there blocking, pass blocking, you're standing still, you got a guy coming full speed, you're going to lose that collision. But are you man enough to stand in and take it? And Josh did.
I think we know 17 was.
Yeah.
11-yard completion and then a face mask against the Blue Jays, another 15 yards. So MacArthur has it at the Guthrie 41-yard line to the run game. And the Blue Jays will hold up the running back for maybe a 1-yard pickup there. A trio of Blue Jays, Landon Herzl, one of those 3 Blue Jays, in on the tackle with the carry.
Landon and the 3 of us, know Landon personally very well, and we know what he's done over the last couple of years, come back from a bad leg injury, non-football related leg injury, but man, he's turned into a heck of a football player, had a great sophomore year campaign.
2nd down and 9, shotgun snap. Gage to throw it. It's caught, but down immediately at the 40-yard line. Jalen Chelf with the tackle. Gage Graham's pass completed, but it'll still be 3rd down and about 9 yards for the Highlanders from the Guthrie 39-yard line.
49, Zach Thompson right there, as he's done all season, providing pressure. It was interesting to see what the D-line was going to do tonight without Cole Madison, which is a big loss for us.
Yeah.
1 receiver top of the formation, 2 on the bottom. There's a halfback on the right side, and now MacArthur will switch it up a little bit. Nazir Kemper, number 7, was lined up at the wide receiver spot, now goes into the backfield, and here it comes, looks like a 3 people blocking for him. He does get the carry, and that was maybe a couple yards to the 37. That tells me, guys, with a play like that on 3rd down and 9, they had 4th down on their mind.
No doubt. They were playing for 4th down and hoping to get a little better result on 3rd down there, maybe make it 4th and 2, or maybe get lucky, you break one and get the first down. But now they're sitting there 4th down, and what does it look like, Chris? 6, 7? It's a
long 6.
It's a long 6, so we'll see what they draw up here.
6 Jackson Walters on that tackle of Kemper.
So here we go. 4th down and 6. MacArthur will throw for it. The pass is caught at the 30 and just enough for a first down. 4th down and 6 play. MacArthur gets 7 and the drive continues. 1st down and 10 at the 30.
Excellent play.
Yeah, very well executed play. Did what they needed to do. Well covered. I mean, it's just one of those bang-bang plays, and that's football.
Yeah, the receiver found the stick, boxed out, shelf. You can fault nobody on that play.
Nope.
4 people in the backfield for MacArthur. A couple running backs and a halfback in there, along with quarterback Gage Graham. I'll run it off with Kemper. He'll get maybe a half a yard across the 30-yard line, and it'll be a small pickup for the Highlanders. 3rd down and 9 upcoming.
You talked about Jackson Walters, another sophomore, having a great year. Kind of undersized out there for his position, but boy, don't tell him that because he plays like he's 220 pounds.
No, he's so far, knock on wood, he's corralled Kemper on both times he's had the ball in his hands.
Yep.
2nd down and 10 play. A little toss comes to the near side, 30, 25, and up in it at the 22-yard line. Nice carry there by Isaiah Gray, the running back for MacArthur. It'll be 3rd down and 2 yards. They need the 20 for a first down.
Landon did a good job. Landon Herzl, number 15, stretching that field and pushing out, giving his safeties, corners some time to come up and help make the play. fighting off a block. Good job by Landon.
Ball's on the near hash mark at the 22-yard line. Highlanders need the 20 here on third down. They'll go to their running back here, and he'll have the first down and more across the 15, spinning to the 10, and down at the 8-yard line. Nazir Kemper, he was their best player a year ago, and obviously one of their best players again this year, and the Highlanders will have it first and goal.
Got a little shake in those hips. He definitely is an athlete. You can see it on that play.
First and goal from the 8-yard line for the Highlanders, and really tough numbers to see sometimes. I do know where Kemper's at. You can find him pretty easy. His body sticks out as it's a first and goal play. Here's a flag thrown by the umpire. 2-3-yard pickup, not much there. We'll check the penalty flag.
In the area of a hold. I think I saw it. I think that's what we're going to have.
Yeah.
So another possibly big penalty against MacArthur. Big one on their opening drive to make it behind the chains and have to punt the football away, and gave great field position for Guthrie. And looks like this one will be a chop block of some sort. We do believe against the Highlanders. Oh, it's going to be against the Blue Jays. So half the distance to the goal. Chop block on defense.
All I saw was 70. The 6'3", 325-pound tackle for the Highlanders laying on top of one of our guys, so maybe our guy was the one that chop blocked him.
I'm just telling you right now, if I'm going up against number 70, I'm chop blocking him too.
Absolutely, but I'm getting out of the way before the tree falls, Nichols.
Right.
Falls at the 3-yard line. It remains first down and goal. Ball's on the near hash mark. Nazir Kemper to run forward, carrying a couple Blue Jays into the end zone. No official word yet. Still no word. They're talking. The officials are talking. Touchdown.
Yeah.
I thought he got in there. Maybe a dramatic pause, but it is a 3-yard touchdown run for Nazir Kemper.
I'll hand it to the Highlanders right there, Chris, putting together a good drive. Kind of finding their rhythm a little bit after taking a couple of big shots early with the kickoff return by Shelf and the long touchdown pass from Calvert to Stevenson to get back in this ball game.
Yeah, you look at these kind of things. We talked about best athlete on the field, and I always cringe a little bit when I pick the guy on the other team.
Snap, hold, kick is blocked by KBS, and the game stays at 14-6. So KBS with the touchdown and now a block extra point. Guthrie on top, 14-6. 4:13 to play in quarter number 1. Timeout from Lawton, Oklahoma. This is Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
At Terra Insure Group, you'll be helped by lifelong Blue Jay fans, Jason Herzl, Dennis Oakes, and Seth Robbins. They aren't limited to any single provider. They'll work with you to find the carrier and the plan that fits you best. Terra Insure Group is an independent insurance agency specializing in home, auto, and commercial lines of insurance. Call Terra Insure Group at 293-4880 or stop by at 2403 South Division or visit them online at tigok.com. Terra Insure Group, insuring your world.
Hayes Funeral Home is a proud supporter of the Guthrie Blue Jays from the first game all the way to the championship game. With years of experience in funeral service, the Hayes family brings compassion and professional service during difficult times. Owners Chuck, Lynette, and Hope take pride in providing families and their loved ones quality care. The Hayes family supports Guthrie student athletes on the playing field and in the classroom. Hayes Funeral Home is located on the corner of Noble and Wentz. Visit online at hayesfh.com.
MacArthur kicks this one away, and the Blue Jays will fall on it after the ball was loose for just a brief second. Felt like an eternity, but it was probably just a second. And the Blue Jays will have it at the 31-32-yard line. It looked like Jalen Allison jumped on that one. As we'll update you, the John Vance Motor scoring summary for the Lawton MacArthur Highlanders. 67 yards, 3-yard touchdown run by Kemper, but the PAT was blocked by KBS. And so now with 4:11 to play in quarter number 1, Guthrie leads MacArthur 14-6. That is your John Vance Motor scoring summary. John Vance Motors, where it's comfortable to buy a truck.
Guthrie still going with Calvert as the QB, guys.
Yep, got Hammonds and Raines in the backfield. Couple receivers on the bottom of the formation. Hand off to Josh Raines between the tackles. He'll go across the 32, and he'll get up to the 35-yard line, a pickup of 3 yards. It'll be second down and 7 for the Jays.
I tell you, look down there, this big number 77. We were watching him in the pregame, Seth. He's definitely looks to be the emotional leader
for the Highlanders. Yes. He definitely is a disruptive force.
Yeah.
That'd be 77. Talon Phillips, 5'11", 270-pound senior.
16 on the play clock is Calvert, the freshman, getting his first varsity start in a Class 5A second-round playoff game. Two-back set. Calvert to throw. Has time. Goes to the far side. Looking for Allison. And it is incomplete. Looked like a good throw. Jalen unable to bring it in. Would have been a first down at the 45, but now the Jays looking at a 3rd down and 7.
That was an absolute perfect pass.
Yeah, Jalen doesn't appear to be moving great. Phil, I think you saw him and I saw him at the youth football championships on Saturday, and he appeared to have a brace on that ankle.
He did.
And it doesn't look great tonight, so hopefully that's not something that develops worse as the evening goes on.
Yeah, he had a little hitch in his giddy-up Saturday when we saw him.
I think your comment to him was he was much too young to be moving like that.
You're too young to be walking like that, Jalen.
Allison and Eaton, the two receivers to the bottom of the formation. 3rd down and 7. Calvert to throw for it. Steps up, throws a ball into double coverage, and it's incomplete at the MacArthur 45-yard line. Intended receiver was 32, Ty Eaton. And for the first time tonight, here in the first quarter, Guthrie had to punt the football away. 3:23 to play in quarter 1. Guthrie 14, Lawton Max 6.
It's two ways to look at that pass. Number one, young quarterback will get a talking to where he just threw the ball. But also, he has the confidence in his arm to think he can make that throw.
As it appeared to hear, he had his mind set on 32 when he snapped the ball, and he was going to throw it to 32, and that will come with maturity and age. So, Josh Raines, punt formation. Little rugby style, great punt. Sends the MacArthur back to his 28-yard line. Here's the return quickly to the 35-40. Near side, big block at the 45 midfield. 45-40, cuts it at the 35 to the 30, and tackled from behind. And MacArthur is in business here. There is a flag down at the 49-yard line. We'll have to see what that penalty is. Against the Jays, MacArthur will have even better field position with 3:09 to play in quarter number 1.
I think that's going to go against. Just look at a body language on the sideline. I think that might be going against.
Yeah, we got a Highlander pleading his case with his coach that he blocked the front of the Blue Jay, and I don't think he did.
Josh Raines has been tremendous punting the football this season. 43 yards per punt, and that's come down a couple yards from a couple games ago. He's been around 43, 45 all season long. I think the rugby style punt that often hits the ground and takes a big bounce obviously aids that.
Yeah, but he does a great job with it. And it makes me nervous.
Well, his timing
just makes me nervous.
His timing on it is really good.
Oh, it's great.
He waits until the last possible moment, let his coverage guys get an opportunity to get down there and get set.
Yeah.
And here it goes. And at any time, guys, Josh could take off.
That's the part that makes me nervous.
And he hasn't done it yet. Not done it yet.
No, he hasn't.
The penalty was indeed against Lawton MacArthur, so they'll be backed up into their territory all the way back to their own 38-yard line. So about a 25, 30-yard difference due to that penalty. And so Blue Jay defense back on the field. MacArthur went 67 yards on their previous drive. See what Jay's defense can do here with that 5-man front. First down and 10. Graham the throw. He wants it downfield. He has a receiver, and it's caught after being juggled for a second at the Guthrie, near the Guthrie 40-yard line. Big play for the Highlanders.
Yeah, number 6, Amarion Hicks right there, Chris. That was a ball he tipped that could have got picked. But thankfully for the Highlanders, it landed right back in the basket.
They snapped the ball real quick. A couple of fakes on the handoff. Now a throw downfield. It's intercepted at the 30-yard line. KBS, what a game here in the first quarter. It was KBS offensively. It was KBS on special teams. Now it's KBS on defense.
Yeah, that's the young man. He's a senior. We've seen him grow up a lot in the last few years. I think he's definitely a guy that's going to It's got it in his mind, Chris. If this could be my last game, I'm leaving it all out on the field, and that's what you want to see in this kind of ball game.
Gage Graham, the sophomore, did a good job of extending the play, but instead of throwing it away or simply getting out of bounds, threw a dangerous pass, and the senior in KBS made him pay for that. And Guthrie has the football back. Again, MacArthur talked about penalties and turnovers, hurting them all season long. See if the Jays can make him punish him for it.
And you saw both in 2 plays.
Absolutely. Ball's at the 29-yard line of the Blue Jays. First down and 10. See if Guthrie gets a running game. Here's Isaiah Hammonds, and Isaiah just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Isaiah entering the ballgame, guys, having a great sophomore campaign. That was his 101st carry on the season. A little under 600 yards, 9 touchdowns on the year, 95 yards per game.
He's going to be a bright spot for the Blue Jays for the next couple of years. What a great kid, too. You see him around town, talk to him. He's always got one of those $1 million smiles.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Just a great kid.
Second down and 10 as the freshman Calvert will check the sideline. Offensive coordinator Jason Rice over there. 14 on the play clock, 2-back set. In between Hayden Calvert. Isaiah's second carry in a row, trying to stretch it on the far side, puts a toe in the ground, but can only get it from the 29 to the 31. Just a 2-yard pickup, so it'll be a 3rd down and 8 play. Next snap will be under 2 minutes here in the first quarter. Guthrie leads at 14-6.
I think one of the things that you can never, people always talk about this. Of course, the guys with the little numbers always get all the talk, but any team's going to go as those big uglies go up front. And, not an excuse, but it's a fact. This offensive line for the Blue Jays has been really hurt with injuries over the last few weeks.
Well, and there's rarely another place on the field that cohesion is more important than on the O-line.
Absolutely.
3rd down and 7 from the 32. The Jays need the 39. Calvert looks, has a wide open Ty Eaton and can't haul it in. Maybe led a little bit too far, maybe, but the ball falls to the turf incomplete. Good call, good play, just couldn't execute it.
Yeah, it was right there. The play was there. Like you said, I think this led him a little too much, just a hair.
The receivers like it at the chest, not around the knees.
Well, typically, yes.
Boy, guys, 10.5 minutes into this ball game, we've seen just about everything.
Yeah.
Josh Raines punt formation. He stands back at his own 20-yard line here on the 4th down and 7 play. Josh, another high booming punt. Defender or the return man will let it bounce. It bounces at 30, takes a huge Blue Jay bounce, and it will be down inside the 10 near the 5-yard line. Add that one up.
Guys, the Lawton MacArthur coaching staff is having an absolute fit down here that number 6 didn't field that.
Yeah.
Rule of thumb is you put your heels on the 10 and you catch anything in front of you, and he let that thing hit about the 25-yard line, and it bounded forward 20 yards.
I got a 67-yard punt.
That's why you average around 45 a game.
Well, Josh, he could always reopen his recruitment partner.
Yeah, Seth mentioned earlier, congratulations to Josh Raines, who signed with NOC Enid. Oh, by the way, National JUCO champions in 2019. Yeah. So, good program. And when you throw the ball 90 miles an hour, you're going to get some looks.
Yeah, and Josh said, I was talking to him pregame, he said, well, I'll come back to this, Chris.
1st down and 10 from MacArthur. Ball spotted at the 6-yard line. They'll hand it off on a little jet sweep play, looking to run. Does find a little bit of a gap across the 10. Makes more out of it across the 15 up to the 17. Good hard run there. 11-yard pickup. Be a fresh set of downs.
Talking about Josh in the pregame, and he said, I said, they're going to throw you primarily on the bump? He said, yeah. He said, but they said I'd hit. And I might play some shortstop and third. And
sounds like a pitcher.
Yeah, he's doing all the stuff. And I said, well, so at the end of the day, what do you want to do? He said, anything I can do to get on the field.
Yeah, absolutely.
11-yard pickup up to the 17. 1st down and 10. 54 seconds and rolling here in quarter number 1. 3 receivers in a set. They'll run it here with the running back. Gets to the 20 on the near side to the 25. Up to the 26-yard line on the carry there. Jersey number 1, Isaiah Gray. And it looks like we'll have at least one more snap here in the first quarter. And before I forget, you talk about that offensive line and the cohesiveness, because like we saw with the injury to Wilhelm, one player does get hurt, but you shuffle it all around.
You're shuffling 3 or 4 kids.
It's like playing solitaire, guys. It just.
And another flag thrown here
Blue
before
Jays
this.
jump.
Highlanders got both of our DNs right there.
And so what was 2nd down and 1 will be a 1st down and 10, 24 seconds left here, and a very entertaining first quarter. Blue Jays with a 70-yard kick return by Jalen Shelf to begin the ball game. KBS hauled in a 47-yard touchdown reception, and then MacArthur got their last score. So it's 14-6, 18 seconds to play in quarter number 1. Shotgun snap by Graham. Has time to throw, pumps, wants to go downfield at midfield, and it has a receiver, and it's caught at the 48-yard line. And that might be the way we end quarter number 1. Great play there.
Well, we talked about it. 5A football, not used to seeing people that can, spread the field out or go down deep and stretch it, but I think they're going to try to get another one in.
22-yard reception, 10 seconds, and rolling down to 5 seconds now. And MacArthur will let that one rest, and we'll go into quarter number 2. Again, an entertaining first quarter. Blue Jays on the high side. See if they can continue that momentum here in the second round of the Class 5A playoffs. Timeout. This is Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
Sonic has every slush flavor someone could ever want.
This is basically slush headquarters.
Where sour blue raspberry plans world domination.
Well, not if Lemonberry has anything to say about it.
Lemonberry, you're already sour. Come to the sour side.
Never. I'll never join you.
Refreshment just got colorful with new slush flavors like blue raspberry made with Nerds candy. And start your day with the 99-cent morning drink stop.
Sonic at I-35 and Highway 33.
This is how you Sonic.
There's one big difference between Vance Auto Group and the other dealers: transparency. We show all the discounts and rebates on our website long before you arrive. See your monthly payment, your current vehicle's value, Carfax, and everything about the vehicle you're interested in buying. You can even buy any vehicle, new or pre-owned, without leaving home, right from our website. Buy with transparency at the John Vance Auto Group.
John Vance Auto Group.
Lawton, Oklahoma, second round of the Class 5A playoffs here inside Cameron Stadium. Phil Nichols, Seth Robbins, Chris Evans with you here on Hot 93.7 FM KSBI. Blue Jays set to begin quarter number 2 here defensively with a 14-6 lead. Blue Jays with 2 early touchdowns in the quarter number 1. MacArthur got one there about midway point of quarter 1. First play of quarter number 2 to begin here. First down and 10 for the MacArthur Highlanders at the Guthrie 47-yard line. Shotgun snap to Graham. He'll hand it off. Couple Blue Jays in the backfield. It's going to be a loss on a play as Zachary Thompson made that play all happen. It's going to be a loss of 2 on the play.
No more active kid on the Blue Jay D than 49 Zach Thompson. Always disrupting, always getting a hand on the ball carrier, allowing his teammates time to come in and clean it up.
Hard worker, too. You talk to the staff, works hard in the weight room, just a good kid all the way around.
After the loss on play, second down and 12, ball center of the field. Graham, the quarterback, rolling to his left against the grain, throws it to the sideline, and it is incomplete to bring up a third down and 12 play. Look at some Class 5A scores presented by our good friends at South Point Baptist Church. Welcome home. Carl Everett leads Ardmore 14-7 on the post on the Palace on Post Road. Bishop McGinnis leads Duncan 21-7. Bishop Kelly leads Tahlequah 7-0. El Reno leads Piedmont 13-0. McAllister leads Pryor 14-0. And Coweta leads East Central 21-0.
Coweta is going to be a load from the east side, Chris. I think they're the best team on the east side, I think.
I think you're right. Coweta beat Bishop Kelly a few weeks ago. Third down and 12. Shotgun snap. Graham.
Oh, Nathan Wiggins.
Yeah, Wiggins takes him down as Graham tried to step up in the pocket, but Wiggins said, come here, little guy. You're going to get thrown down to the turf. And, oh, by the way, Wiggins this week received a preferred walk-on from the University of Oklahoma, from Oklahoma State University.
Wow.
Wait, really?
Yep.
That's incredible.
A preferred walk-on.
Well, 6'4", 275 will get that done, partner.
That is outstanding. I had no
awesome.
idea.
I forgot to bring it up
what
earlier.
A great kid, too. I mean,
Yes.
he's just, wow, good for him.
Loss on the play, fourth down and 19. MacArthur had to punt the football away for the second time, and KBS almost got there again. A better punt this time as it bounces at the Guthrie 34. Take a small MacArthur bounce. It'll be down at the 30-yard line. Blue Jay football, first down and 10. 10 minutes and 34 seconds until the Golden Chick halftime show. Guthrie 14, MacArthur 6.
You just made my whole night telling me that.
Oh, yeah, big 50.
I mean, that's awesome.
Getting that preferred walk-on spot, and, I the life of a walk-on isn't the best road in the world.
But a preferred walk-on.
A preferred walk-on, a foot in the door.
We're at the training table.
At a program that's having a great year.
Yeah.
20 miles from home.
I mean, I'm telling you, brother.
I mean, to play in Boone Pickens Stadium, to suit up and run out on the field, I mean, come on, what more can you want?
Jeez, that's
First down and 10 from the 29-yard line, two-back set. Josh Raines gets to the carry, nothing in the middle, so he bounces out to the outside, goes across the 30 to the 31. Just a 2-yard pickup. It bring up second down and 8 again. If you just tuning in, Hayden Calvert, the freshman, getting the start at quarterback tonight. Josh Raines, yeah, he's out there. He's making a big, playing big here tonight at running back along with Isaiah Hammonds.
That's awesome.
Two teams appear to have settled in right here, guys, to a really, really evenly matched football game.
As we expected. Second down and 8. Here comes the pressure off the blitz. Calvert avoids it for now. Throws it wide open. Eaton at the 40. Gets to the 45. It's a first down at the 47-yard line. 16-yard pickup for Ty Eaton, the sophomore.
And that's what the Calvert kid brings to you.
Yeah.
I mean, he gave himself time with his legs. always looking downfield, squares his shoulders up, and throws a dime to Eaton. I mean, just guys, I'm telling you, that kid's going to be a fabulous quarterback for the next 3 years.
Ty Eaton with his 12th reception of the season. Again, it's first down and 10. Ball's at the 47. Yeah, they stepped up in the pocket, moved to his right, threw a nice pass. Doesn't hurt that Eaton was wide open. Back to the running game, back to Isaiah Hammonds as he'll get into MacArthur territory at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 4 yards, second down and manageable. Ball's on the near hash mark. 9:15 enrolling in quarter number 2. Guthrie 14, MacArthur 6.
Just what the doctor ordered right there for the young freshman Calvert to establish the running game, getting those 3, 4, 5-yard gains on those zone reads. Just going to make throwing the ball that much easier for him.
Absolutely.
The thing I'm blown away by with this kid is look at him down there. He has no clue he's in a second-round playoff game. He's 14 years old, or 14, 15 years old. He's cool as a cucumber down there, guys.
Takes the shotgun snap, puts it into the senior's belly, and Josh is met by a few Highlanders at midfield. Loss of a half a yard. So here we go, third down and 6, and we see a freshman quarterback for Guthrie, a sophomore quarterback for MacArthur.
Both of whom seem to throw the ball on the run well.
Very well.
Number 2, Gage Graham, has thrown some really nice balls rolling to his right tonight. But Phil, talking about Calvert and his demeanor, you know, like you said, he's a freshman. Sometimes what you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, he's just out there playing ball.
I've always told everybody you can call it cocky, you can call it confident, you can call it whatever you want to call it, but if you don't have it, you can't do it.
We'll call it third down and 7 here. Calvert rolls to the far side, lays it up to a wide open and caught inside the 30-yard line. What a pass. Ty Eaton with the reception.
Big throw after big throw after big throw.
Well,
guys.
you got to be careful. You don't. I mean, I got to catch myself because I can get too caught
You're
up
a
in this
fanboy.
moment.
It's all right.
But I'm telling you, that's impressive, guys. That he just threw that ball across the field on the other side of the hash. I mean, that's a big time pass. In any way you look at it, that's a big time pass. He's got touch too, you know. I mean, and that's something I think that a lot of times you miss.
Calvert will hand off to Josh Raines, who's looking to throw. He can throw it too into the end zone and overshoots Ty by just a half a yard. And what a great call. What a great time to make the call. Incomplete.
Hey, guys, it may not have been successful, but boy, I guarantee you that just blew the mind of many a defensive coach on the Highlander sideline, giving him something else to worry about from this wrinkle.
Yeah, Jason Rice done a great job calling the offense this year. You look down there, Seth. You got the young freshman backing up shotgun formation.
Calvert's keeping,
and he'll get to the 20-yard line. Apologize for that. It's about a 6-yard pickup on third down and 10. So what do you do here on fourth? Was that third down? It should be
third down.
Okay, I apologize. Third down and 4.
But you know, but he just showed there, and we've talked about this, Chris. The kid can run. The kid can run. Did I get a hold of that?
Yeah, you kicked an outlet down there.
I don't know why it had to be me. I mean, Seth's legs are down there too.
Well, we were trying to blame Kel on a camera, but
let's stay with that.
It looked like your 13 size shoe got. We're okay.
Okay,
we'll fight through it. Third down and 4 for the Blue Jays. 3 receiver set. Well, I think you run it here and take your chances on fourth down if you don't get it here. Nope. Jays will throw, or Raines will throw it. It's caught by Eaton.
Get there.
And he breaks a tackle. He's to the 10, to the 5, into the end zone. Ty Eaton, 20-yard touchdown play, and the Blue Jays increase their lead 20-6.
Yeah, Eaton right there actually got number 7, their stud, Nazir Kemper, on skates with that little spin move. He hit the circle button, and Kemper went down, and Eaton's in.
Was that Josh that threw that?
That was Josh that threw it.
I was having a hard time keeping up with this.
Dude, they've got us confused. I can't imagine trying to coach defense against this right now.
Josh Raines with his 5th passing touchdown of the season. Ezok trying to make it a 21-6 ball game as he kicks on the right side of your radio dial. Calvert's the holder. Snap's good. The hold's good. The kick's got to be good, right?
Yep.
It is 21-6. Blue Jays on top of the Highlanders. 7:06 left until halftime. Timeout from MacArthur. This is Guthrie Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy.
Interbank wishes all the Guthrie Blue Jay student athletes a great season and will be cheering the whole way. Interbank is proud to be a part of the tremendous momentum in Guthrie with the growing success of our schools and city. Interbank continues the winning tradition of taking care of their customers with personal and business banking. Located just blocks from the Rock at 224 East Oklahoma or by phone at 405-282-0470. Interbank, in it for you. Member FDIC.
Josh Raines reminding, hey, I can throw the football a little bit too, as he connects with Ty Eaton on a 20-yard play, and Ty Eaton made a nice play, spun, and ran into the end zone. As here's a return from the 31-yard line to the 35 to the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Ty Eaton with the 20-yard touchdown reception increases the Blue Jay lead 21-6. That is your John Vance Motor scoring summary.
Interesting right there on the kickoff, Chris. There's a little gamesmanship going on between the Guthrie coaching staff and number 7, Kemper. He's desperately trying to find a hole somewhere out there where Ezok can punt one to him.
It's a bad situation. Got 22 Chase Doles that's down on the field. Of course, Chase very, very important in the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, Chase Doles, a 5'9", 185-pound junior linebacker.
He's up quick, but it looks like the Blue Jay special teams theme of the week was to not kick it to 7.
Right.
And 7 was out there running around like it was a video game trying to guess where Ezok was going to kick that. And I think Ezok was watching him, too, kicking it away from him.
Yep.
And we were talking about in the break, I don't know what's gotten into number 4, but his PATs tonight have been booming.
Yeah, there's boom in the kick.
Maybe he loves kicking off turf.
Ooh, brand new turf.
Need to get new turf. Going to have to get turf in Guthrie if that's
Maybe.
Maybe we can get Sam Presti to make a trade for it.
There you go.
He's traded everything else this week.
Ball's at the 42-yard line of the MacArthur Highlanders. First down and 10. They'll go back to the running game and bouncing off tackles now. He's running for open turf from the 45 up to the 49-yard line. Jalen Shelf, nice open field tackle. Nice run there by Isaiah Gray. Looked like nothing was there, but it ended up getting 7 yards.
Very nice open field tackle by Shelf. Just came up and executed perfectly. He's going to be a great one for the Blue Jays.
Shelf's probably glad to be taking on somebody similar to his size tonight in running back Gray.
First down 10 from the MacArthur 49, back to Gray again in the Guthrie territory, and he'll get to the 46-yard line. Wiggins throws him down after a pickup of 5 yards. Gray, nice couple back-to-back runs here as the Highlanders are in Blue Jay territory.
Yeah, you talk about, real quick, Chris and Seth, it's interesting, Wiggins. I think OSU looks at him, they see the big frame, they say, man, we get this kid in the weight room for a couple years. You know what I mean? Man, I couldn't be happier for a kid.
First down and 10, back to Gray, and he's tripped up in the backfield. Nice play there. Jackson Walters came crashing from his from the side, and it'll be a loss of 1 on the play.
I'm not saying we're fibbing on our program, but they got Jackson listed 5'10", 165.
Hey, I'm 6'1", 190, so.
Second down and 11. MacArthur will check the sideline here. Coach Manning, the head coach, Brett Manning, has done a great job. He's a offensive-minded here in his 12th season. He's won 75% of his games here at MacArthur, as the run game will take it across the 45 to the 44. 3-yard pickup. There we go, another big third down 7 play for the Highlanders.
I'm getting a little shook watching number 2 carry out those fakes.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for him to have the ball. He just keeps kind of half-heartedly jogging that ball towards the near side here, or jogging the fake out. But it doesn't seem like the Blue Jays are putting a hat on him, period. So something to watch if he pulls one out of the belly and takes it here in a minute.
Number 2 being the quarterback, Gage Graham. Third down and 8. They'll run the ball on over left tackle for just a couple, maybe a yard. And so now here we go, 4th down and 7. 5 minutes of play until halftime. Guthrie leads 21-6. And finish my notes here on Coach Manning. Of course, won the 5A state championship back in 2014, the only state title for Lawton MacArthur in a very proud, rich program.
Yep.
4th down and 7. Highlanders will throw forward, and they'll get it across the 35 to the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 yards when the Highlanders only needed 7, and they'll move the chains.
Great play there by number 2, Gage Graham, throwing to his offhand. Well thought out play. They've run that play a couple of times right at the stick.
MacArthur, really no hurry here, guys, as the clock is at 4:33, 4:32. Don't want to give Guthrie any other opportunities to get a score here before the half. Graham takes a shotgun snap back to the running game on the left side. Not much there as Spade pull and Wiggins on the tackle. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
45, Shaputis right there, getting a hand on him in the backfield, slowing him down. Was that 24, Von Pope, their fullback? 6'2", 181-pound junior.
Chris Shaputis.
Yes, Chris Shaputis. With a C.
With a C.
Yeah. 2nd down and 10. Graham the throw. Has to throw it quick. Here's the pressure. And Wiggins going to bring him down for the sack. He did a good job avoiding Walters and Shaputis there, or excuse me, Thompson. But Wiggins takes him down for the sack. That was a big old bull rush right there.
You know, and I tell you what Jackson brings to the table is he's so quick and he's tough.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's not going to back up from anybody, but man, he's a handful for these bigger bodied guys just to be able to get out of their stance and try to get a body on him. He's so quick.
Yeah, and they use him all over the field, and just had a great year this year.
3rd down and 17 from the 38. Graham rolling to his right near midfield. Now runs with the football, and he'll get to the 30. A good run. It's going to be a pickup about 8 yards, shy of the 1st down by about 8 yards, but it's 4th down. Under 3 minutes to go here in quarter number 2. Obviously, the Highlanders will go for it.
Yeah, definitely 4-down territory here. You got to try to get some more points on the board before you go into halftime. Of course, they're not careful. Blue Jays get a stop here. They'll have about 2:25 probably left with the ball in their hands. So, big play right here for the Blue Jay defense.
Both teams with 3 timeouts.
Just watch this little stop route.
4th down and 8. Pump downfield, and the receiver's not on the same path, but that might have been because pass interference. There is a flag thrown, and the Highlanders will have a fresh set of downs on the pass interference play. Officials tonight out of the Oklahoma City Metro Association. You see there on your screen, Kevin Akins, the referee. Scott Finley, the umpire. John Nelson, the head linesman. Chase Boyd, the line judge. And Mike Self is the back judge. So as much as we'd like to congratulate the teams making the 2nd round of the playoffs, also congratulations to the officiating crew for being selected to do a postseason game.
Not exactly sure right there, Phil, what we were looking at. Didn't look like that ball was going to anybody in this zip code.
Yeah.
And that might have been because he might have been held up.
Yeah,
right,
maybe.
right.
Maybe they didn't call it a hold.
Call it a push.
Big penalty there for the Blue Jays.
Yep.
All the way to the 15-yard line for the Highlanders. 1st down and 10, so MacArthur can get one more 1st down at the 5-yard line. They'll run it. They have a nice lead block to the 15 line of scrimmage. Trying to leap. Does a little bit out of bounds as he goes across the 10. Pushed out of bounds at the 9-yard line. That looked like Nazir Kemper.
Yeah, it was.
It'll be a pickup of about 6 yards, so 2nd down and 4 inside the 10. Clock stops at 2:28.
Just, you know, you look at that kid, you can tell he's an athlete.
Yeah.
I mean,
kind of got that bow leg.
I mean, the only way I can jump
look
that high is if I had one of those bouncy things.
Yeah, little indoor trampoline.
Yeah.
2nd down and 4. Run game up the middle, and there he is, Nazir, untouched into the end zone. 9-yard touchdown run.
Well, that's just what the doctor ordered for the Highlanders.
And we talked about it in the pregame.
Yeah.
Be turnovers and penalties, and regardless of my homer opinion on the penalty, it was a penalty called.
Right.
And, you know, you go from getting off the field to giving them 6, possibly 7. So
this is the kind of game that blocked extra point.
It could be a big deal.
Could be a big deal.
21-12. MacArthur not chasing 2 because they don't need 2 right now, so they'll kick the extra points. A good snap.
And
the kick.
He did it again.
He hesitated, and the kick never got past the line of scrimmage.
Late flag.
KBS was in the backfield. There is a flag thrown by the far line judge. We'll keep it here.
Hold.
I hope they're not going to say that KBS was offsides.
You got to hold.
Hold on, MacArthur. Okay. That is decline. 2:24 left to play until halftime. MacArthur back on the board, but another missed extra point here. Guthrie leads at 21-12. Timeout from Cameron Stadium. This is Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world. Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time? 100% tenderloin. That's where the golden tenders come from. Marinated for 24 hours. It is amazing. And we also got the rolls. Made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it.
Mm-hmm. We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden. He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
Hello, Blue Jay family. I'm Pastor Hetty. I want to invite you to North Church Guthrie, where you can expect fun, Bible-centered kids and student ministries, life-giving groups, engaging worship, and powerful messages. I would love to see you and your family at North Church Guthrie this Sunday at 9:30 or 11 a.m. at Guthrie Upper Elementary School, where our vision is to love God, love people, and follow Jesus. And remember, God loves you, and go win.
Lawton MacArthur back on the scoreboard, having a hard time on their extra points. We'll get to that in here in a second. Here's the Blue Jay return from the 18-yard line across the 25 and down around the 27-yard line. Be first down 10 for the Blue Jay offense. 2:19 left to play until halftime. Lawton MacArthur 9-yard touchdown run by Nazir Kemper. That's his second rushing touchdown of the night. 21-12, your Blue Jays in the lead with 2:19 to play. Scoring summary brought to you by our good friends at John Vance Motors. South Point Baptist Church scoreboard update real quick. Coweta leads East Central 42-0. Carl Everett leads Ardmore 21-7. McGinnis leads Duncan 28-7. El Reno leads Piedmont 20-7. And Bishop McKelly leads Tahlequah 7-0. Those are your 5A scores brought to you by South Point Baptist Church. Run game for the Blue Jays to begin this drive here, just a yard at most. And MacArthur will call a timeout. We'll leave it here with now 2:12 to play until halftime.
Looks like we're back in our base offense. Rains at the quarterback, single back. 2 minutes to go here. You're backed up inside your 30. Maybe it's a situation to where you feel more comfortable with Josh receiving the snap, trying to go ahead and get that clock milked out. I don't know, but first time we've seen that tonight. But for the Blue Jays, they're going to have to get something going on the ground if they're going to have any success. And that defensive front for MacArthur so far tonight, guys, has been pretty impressive.
Yeah, against the run, they've done a good job. And, I know I'm in the fourth quarter of my life, but I'd be down there throwing that ball downfield, by golly. Let's get 7 more.
You're running out the third. I don't know if I'd say the fourth quarter.
Chris told me I was in the fourth.
Well, I was playing.
Oh, okay, because I've cried every night for 14 days.
Do note, programming note, during the Golden Chick halftime show, we'll go through 6A and 5A as much as we can in the other school classes as well on the scores here in the second round. And for the 6A schools, they're looking to get to the state semifinals next week.
There's a guy.
So MacArthur spins the timeout. Josh Raines stays in at the quarterback spot. 3 receivers. Second down and 9. Carson Wilder, the halfback, on the left side of the line of scrimmage. It'll be Josh running up the middle, 30, 35, to the 40. Fresh set of downs to the 41. 13-yard run by Josh Raines.
Blue Jays giving the Highlanders a different look with the zone read, a little bit quicker quarterback right now.
Yeah, we've been graced with the presence. Head baseball coach Casey Porter. Of course, Chris and I's partner for years up here in the booth. Had a lot of fun trips, haven't we?
He came all the way down to Lawton to make sure Josh Raines stayed healthy. 89-90 is a golden thing. You don't want to lose that. First down and 10 for the Blue Jays, and this run play goes backwards to the 39. Isaiah will lose 2 on the play. And Guthrie really probably okay with that. They're looking to break a big one, but no really big hurry to go and try. Obviously, you want to score, but if they can just run out the clock and not have MacArthur get the football back, that is their main goal. And now we have whistles. They're going to reset the play clock.
I feel like we've played 2 games already.
Yeah, it's been a really exciting 5A football game between these two programs that have been to the highest of highs and lows as not making the playoffs last year. Both in the second round, though, here tonight. The winner move on next week to play Collinsville in Collinsville. Second down, 11, play action. Raines hands
Look
wide
here.
open at midfield, 45, 40, 35, 30 on the far sideline, 25, and finally driven out of bounds. In around the 20-yard line. Great play call there. And with the reception was Isaiah Hammonds, a sophomore.
Great play call.
Coach Rice is dialing it up tonight, mixing it up. Great play call, great execution by the Blue Jays. We're down here in business, boys.
Looked all for the world like he was going deep to 7, and 30 just leaked out of the backfield, and Josh put a nice touch on the ball right there. Something that I think Josh has worked on all season, something he doesn't always exhibit, but nice touch on that throw, nice catch by 30.
Josh's ideal of touch is let's crank it back from 92 to about 80.
Well, that was his changeup right there, guys.
All the way down to the 18-yard line. Ball's on the far hash mark. Josh once more throws it into the end zone and throws it a little too strong there as Jalen Allison cut it in. The pass goes behind him. Incomplete. Clock stops with 1:03 to play until halftime. Second down and 10 upcoming from the 18.
Interesting situation. I don't know if you got number 1 standing right over there. I don't know. Do you bring him back in? You're down here tight? What do you do? I'm not saying that Josh isn't doing a good job. I'm just saying that gives you an extra element, right?
Well, it gives you options as well.
Right.
I would think Coach Rice would stick with his senior leader here, Josh Raines. Got it down to the 18 as he takes the shotgun snap, looks to throw into the end zone again. This time for KBS, and it falls incomplete. KBS and the defender each had a hand on that one before it falls to the turf. It falls incomplete. Third down and 10, 57 seconds left here in quarter number 2.
Partner, do you change philosophies here, and where do we need to be to feel comfortable with the right leg of Izak?
18, this would be about a 35-yard field goal right now. I think this is
we're good?
I think we're there. I mean, it would be
we're
about
the
max.
edge.
Yeah.
So maybe we try and get one in the middle of the hash and put 3 more on the board, or we go to the end zone?
No, I think I try something in the middle. You got all your timeouts, so that won't be a concern. Josh will run it on the left side. 15, he'll get down to the 12. He needed about the 9, so it's about a 6-yard pickup. It'll be 4th down and 3 or 4, and clock rolls 43-42. Now the official will stop it, and Guthrie calls the timeout to kind of think about this one here, exactly what they want to do here with 42 seconds left, leading 21-12.
I tell you what, I take the points down here.
Ball's at the 12, so we're looking about a 29-yard field goal.
Yeah, I take the points from down here.
Everything we've seen so far from Izak has indicated that he's striking the ball well tonight.
Yeah. Now, I wonder if that play was designed to Josh to run on the left side because Izak wants it on the left hash mark. I don't know if he's comfortable with that. It will be a little bit of a slight hook for him. But I don't know if that was designed to set up Izak's comfort zone or if he tried to go down the middle.
He just got to strengthen up that grip, Chris, hood down that pitching wedge, and play a little hook.
Look at Seth bringing it to.
Oh, he's in Lawton, Phil. He's in Lawton.
Oh, we need the truckster here.
Well, I sold the truckster.
I know. I haven't gotten over that.
I sold it. That was my tantrum.
I know.
Against COVID.
I know.
I see offense, guys.
Wow.
Oh boy.
4th down and 4. 4th down and 4 at the 12.
Maybe we're going to draw him off sides.
Yeah, you do have another timeout in your back pocket.
Yeah.
Josh in a shotgun. Man in the motion left to right is KBS. He's in the slot.
Ooh, almost got
14
him.
on him.
Got him.
Yeah. No,
got him.
There it is. There's the flag.
He got him.
And the MacArthur Highlander knows it. 4 yard.
Goodness
4th down and 4, 5-yard penalty or half the distance. Either way, it'll be a 1st down for the Blue Jays.
He did it twice.
He did.
Talk about situational awareness, guys.
Still 42 seconds and two timeouts for the Jays.
What I love is sending 7 in motion. Because then you put doubt in him. You go, well, are they going to draw
his
off?
side? To his side.
Right.
Well, and the kid gave it up himself. The flag came in after the young man had all the body language.
He
and they threw
twice.
the flag. Yeah.
1st down and goal for the Jays from the 8. Raines leading the way for Isaiah, or Hammonds leads the way for Raines, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Josh Raines from 7 yards out.
Couldn't draw it up any better, guys. You get him, draw him off sides. And then next play, you punch one in. And what did you say? You spoke with the coaching staff, Chris or Phil, and penalties have plagued them all season, and that's another example of it right there.
Yeah, it has. And I think, like I said, let's take the points. Of course, I wanted 3. We got 6 going for 7.
I'm just telling you, that was a masterful coaching job right
there. It was. Good job.
Big part of that, senior Josh Raines, guys. Izak on for the PAT. Calvert back in there to hold this snap. It's a good one. It's a good hold. Kick is good, and Blue Jays increase that lead now 28-12. 37 seconds to play here in quarter number 2. We'll keep it here as we get set for the Golden Chick halftime show. Again, stay tuned. We'll have our 6A, 5A, and if we can get to the other classes, scoreboard update by our good friends at South Point Baptist Church.
You think we could get Casey to don a headset and let us talk a little Blue Jay baseball?
So then I can go drink and get my Sprite and all that stuff and take
drink.
Sprite. Yeah, I can just go hang out. And come back when the third quarter starts.
I feel like Terry Bradshaw in his Hall of Fame induction speech when he said, "What I wouldn't give to put my hands under Mike Webster's butt one last time. What I wouldn't give to get Casey Porter to get the headset on with
Dude,
me."
I'll give it up right now. I can see Chick-fil-A sign from here.
Well, we got to get back in time for a Golden Chick. You know, they close at midnight.
I don't know. Will we be back in time?
Whoa,
No, I'm just trying to.
Whoa! We're eating before we leave here tonight.
It's only a 90-minute drive.
My blood sugar's low.
Hey, right now our
oh boy.
Yeah, I want to make
He's
sure.
talking about food. He's
Yes,
talking about drink.
yeah.
He's talking about blood sugar. Chris has drawn a blank. Doesn't often happen.
Oh boy.
Right now, my North Church player of the game is Seth Robbins for bringing my phone that I left in town.
And that's why I don't have a belly full of Golden Chick right now.
Josh Raines can throw for 500 yards. I still might give it to Seth tonight for bringing my phone.
I was getting my ride from Golden Chick for a very specific reason.
Blue Jays kick this one off. It's a short kick. Filled it in at the 38 after the fair catch. I didn't see the fair catch. Carson Wilder threw his hands up too. Like he didn't single that, but apparently he did. Carson and I both missed that one apparently. Fair caught at the 38-yard line. 37 seconds left, and can't sleep here, guys. I mean, the sophomore quarterback Graham has thrown. He can throw the ball downfield.
Yeah, he definitely can. I mean, we got, like I said, we got 37 seconds left, plenty of time to get downfield. But
and they have 2 timeouts left, Phil.
2 timeouts remaining, so got to pay attention.
And 7 can go the distance
Yes,
from
he can.
2 or 3 positions at any time.
I want to point out, too, on the drive down, Chris Evans broke the law.
Oh, boy. Took us.
Well, were you more surprised of him breaking the law or him leaving his phone in Guthrie?
Breaking the law.
From the 39, MacArthur will take a knee.
Wow.
All the way back to the 33. Loss of 6 on the play, and MacArthur says, you know what? We need to get a time and take it into the locker room here. Guthrie's got 2 quarterbacks. They got receivers catching the ball all over the place, and we need to talk about this. 19 seconds left on the game clock. Both teams have already making their way to the locker room, and what a first half for the Blue Jays. Perhaps the best 2 quarters of football for the Jays this year?
I think by far it's been the best 2 quarters of football, not even close.
Blue Jays struck early, 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. Got one more in the second quarter to go into the locker room, leading Lawton MacArthur 28-12. The winner of tonight's ball game moves on to the third round, the quarterfinals against Collinsville. Back after this with the Golden Chick halftime show. This is Guthrie Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
Have you heard the big news here in Guthrie? You know the Guthrie Tagging is your local source for all your vehicles, boats, ATVs, trailers, titles, registrations, and of course driver's license renewals and replacements. But now, the Guthrie Tagging helps with driver's road test. That's right, take your road test right here in Guthrie. No more trips to Edmond or Stillwater or Enid. Call and schedule your appointment at 282-3873. Guthrie Tag Agency, open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and on Saturdays from 9 to noon.
F&M Bank is a neighborhood bank with 8 branches and 17 ATM locations across 4 counties in central Oklahoma. F&M Bank can help you with all of your personal, business, and agricultural banking needs, or simply add efficiency to your business. Check out F&M Bank with online and mobile banking at www.fmbankok.com or download their app and have all of their services in the palm of your hand. F&M Bank is a neighbor you can count on. F&M Bank, member FDIC.
At South Point Baptist Church, we want you to cheer loud and be proud as we send the Blue Jays to victory. Afterwards, join us each Sunday in our friendly family atmosphere. South Point invites you, your family, and friends to join us each week with Sunday school beginning at 10 a.m. and our morning service at 11 a.m. South Point wishes all students this season to make fun and exciting memories not only on the playing field, but in the classroom as well. And as always, go Blue Jays.
Sonic has every slush flavor someone could ever want.
This is basically slush headquarters.
Where sour blue raspberry plans world domination.
Well, not if Lemonberry has anything to say about it.
Lemonberry, you're already sour. Come to the sour side.
Never. I'll never join you.
Refreshment just got colorful with new slush flavors like blue raspberry made with Nerds candy. And start your day with the 99-cent morning drink stop.
Sonic at I-35 and Highway 33.
This is how you Sonic.
Cameron Stadium here in Lawton, Oklahoma. Welcome aboard here on 93.7 FM KSBI. Jordan Leach back in our Stillwater studio. On-site producer tonight, Braden Russell. Camera operators for our YouTube feed. Go to youtube.com and search Guthrie News Page or youtube.com/Guthrie News Page. It'll take you to our broadcast feed. Looks like we got a good group on there tonight. A lot of people commenting, and go to that feed and let us know where you're watching the ball game. Be glad to hear that, as well as Mason Russell and Kel Evans on our cameras tonight. Phil Nichols, Seth Robbins, Chris Evans with you here for the Golden Chick halftime show. Blue Jays lead it here at halftime over Lawton MacArthur, 28-12. Here in a little bit, we'll have our first half scoring summary brought to you by our friends at John Vance Motors. We'll also have our South Point Baptist Church scoreboard update. We'll take a look at 6A and 5A scores. We'll try to get to the 4A as well. Maybe an update on Cashin. Our friends over in Crescent got the week off because Wayne unable to play football, so a bye for the Crescent Tigers. We'll try to get all that here in the Golden Chick halftime show.
Guys, the last time we saw the Blue Jays on the field was against the Jones Longhorns.
Yep.
And I know that was in essence, a glorified scrimmage to get reps because of all the possibilities. If they hadn't played that game, it would have been a month since they played football. Yeah. But I'd like to know where this offense was that night, because it's been night and day difference than it was 2 weeks ago, Phil.
Yeah, and like we talked about, I think that was the best 2 quarters the Blue Jays have played all year.
At least offensively, for sure.
Yeah, offensively, and I think that wrinkle, trotting out the young freshman at quarterback, I mean, that was significant, guys. That was significant. I mean, even if he hadn't had the success, and he had great success.
Yeah, he performed.
It set that last drive up for Josh Raines.
And you look at MacArthur this year on the scoreboard, 55 points, 15 points, 21 points, 17 points, 43, 46, 61, 37 points. MacArthur enters this ballgame on a 4-game winning streak. Again, they've scored 43 points, 46 points, 61 points, and 37 points in those contests. Guthrie so far tonight holding MacArthur to 12 points here at the break.
Yeah, and were for not that late pass interference, it would have been holding them to 6.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we've come to expect from the Blue Jay defense over the years. I mean, we talked about this earlier. These are the best athletes this staff has had to play with for the last few years. I mean, they love to play together. You can see that.
The sophomore class.
I mean, and you got to tip your hat to this senior group. They've been through a lot. They could have, last year being the first team that had made the playoffs for the Blue Jays in 15, 16 years.
2004.
I mean, a long time. But they kept fighting, kept competing, kept working, and they've really done a great job. So regardless of the outcome tonight, I mean, it's been a really great bounce-back year for this senior group.
Well, that group has had to grind for everything they've ever gotten. Yeah. From the time they were in youth football through junior high, through junior varsity, and to now, they've had to grind. And it's proven to be a benefit to them. And you watch senior 17, Josh Raines, senior 7, Ballard Stevenson, both having really excellent first halves. Yeah. 50 Wiggins has had some big tackles for loss on the heels of his announcement of a preferred walk-on offer to Oklahoma State.
That's awesome.
Just a really, really solid first half for the Blue Jays to come on the road. Again, we got a lot of football left to play.
Yep.
But for the Blue Jays to come on the road and turn in a first half like that on both sides of the football.
We got a lot coming up here on the Golden Chick halftime show, including scoring summary and our scoreboard update. Before we got to take a break. I got to get this in here real quick. I got some of the top greatest law enforcement officers on the planet texting me, letting me know that I broke the law and that there's going to be more people on the more police officers on the street for our return trip. Let me explain this, since Phil just said I broke the law. Let me explain myself what happened.
We did.
So we come down the turnpike, H.E. Bailey Turnpike.
Is this have to do with the toll booth?
Yes.
Well, that first toll booth on the H.E. Bailey is backwards. It's backwards. Every other toll booth in America.
I have a Pike Pass. And
Pike Pass stays in the fast lanes.
Yes.
Cash cars swing to the right. But at that specific, I say America, Oklahoma.
Yes.
On our turnpike system, you're conditioned to know you swing right to
Right.
pay cash, you stay straight.
Yes.
I rode down with Jason and Kelly Herzl. Jason nearly made that mistake, but I stopped him.
Okay.
Well, let me ask you a question.
And then, hold on. Let
Bring
me,
it.
Jason
No,
Herzl
no,
would have
time
reached in
out.
his pocket, take some coins out, thrown in the thing, and it's been over. Not Evans. He throws it in drive and peels out. He is a criminal.
Hey, he panicked.
What you call it? Whatever you want.
He
I
panicked.
put a jacket over my head, started talking to myself. I thought we were all going to prison. Chris Evans, people. He's not as young as you think, and he's not as nice as you think. I've been saying it for years.
I was trying to plead my case, and it backfires.
There you
the
go.
segment's over.
There you go.
I did not break the law.
Oh, really? Well, then why was I waiting on the phone
Yes.
for 27 minutes?
Yes.
And then they're so mad at you, they wouldn't even take my call.
They cannot be that busy on a Friday night after
Well,
4 o'clock.
When you break the law, Chris, you don't get attention.
All right. Take a timeout. You're
I know.
lying to our great folks
No,
out
I'm not.
there.
It's exactly what
FCC
happened.
is the place to be. At First Christian Church, we love to support our Guthrie Blue Jays and be all in. We are all in with our athletes, our students, our families, our community, and our faith. We have something for all ages and would love to have you join us for worship in person or online at 10:30 a.m. on Sunday mornings. Join us as we continue to be all in, serving Christ and growing in faith. And as always, go Blue Jays!
This is Craig Fleck. Stay tuned after the break. Phil Nichols will join me for first half stats and more on the Golden Chick Halftime Show.
Exxon was founded by two combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
And that's why Chris isn't allowed to drive anymore, Seth.
Oh, you're driving home?
Nope.
Oh.
Kel Evans has a license.
I'm a good
Little
driver.
sister's got a
and I
license.
obey all traffic laws. Welcome back, Golden Chick Halftime Show. Golden Chick, Lula in the crew, open till midnight tonight, and Christmas is coming up. Well, it's Christmas every day for Seth with Golden Chick, but gift cards are available.
So Mr. Scofflaw is going to go all in on me for shopping local. Excuse me.
We got to balance this broadcast out.
Hey, listen. If you had not forgot your cell phone, I would have
here we go.
spicy tenders and a delicious buttery roll in
the tummy,
my belly right now.
And he doesn't even acknowledge the fact that when he said, I left my phone, I immediately kicked into save the day mode.
Oh, I tried to get out of getting it, and Phil was like, listen, this is like level 5 DEFCON whatever.
Well,
You've got to get the phone.
Neither one of us wanted to be doing this broadcast with him without his phone.
Let's go ahead and go to our South Point Baptist Church scoreboard update. This is
There's a lot of tension in the booth.
This is way too much.
We're in tight quarters. It's hot in here.
Blue Jays
Mom
leading.
and Dad are fighting.
Blue Jays lead this game 28-12. That's the most important score. But let's take a look at our South Point Baptist Church scoreboard update. We will begin in 6A2 football. Midwest City, in what we expected a good one. It is a good one. At halftime, leads Booker T. Washington 19-7. Bixby going to compete with OU and OSU next week, I think. Bixby leads Del City at halftime 42-0. Del City has athletes all over the place. Del City has a great defense. And Bixby has Bixby leads 42-0. By the way, on the high school huddle Wednesday night, Braylon Presley, who I think is the player of the year in the state of Oklahoma.
Absolutely.
He got an offer from Temple, and he's got several offers since his big game on ESPNU. And I kept saying, okay, Tulsa. Are you gonna offer?
And they offered.
They offered today.
Yeah.
So I might as well be a recruiting coordinator for Tulsa University.
I mean, that's good.
Blue Jay rivals.
Yeah.
It's not as impressive as me bringing Owasso several state championships the last few years.
Back to you. Okay. Stillwater Pioneers.
You remember, Casey.
Stillwater Pioneers trying to get to the state championship game for the third year in a row. Looking good tonight against Sand Springs in Stillwater. Stillwater leads that game 42-7. Choctaw at halftime leads Pump City North 13-7. Of course, Pump City North is in 6A1. Their first year in 6A2. Trails Choctaw at halftime. Choctaw trying to get back to the state semifinals as they were a year ago. Take a look at 6A1 football. Again, the scoreboard brought to you by South Point Baptist Church. Edmond Santa Fe leads Westmore 28-14 at halftime. Owasso, number 1 team, leads Mustang in the second quarter. Sorry, Jordan. 28-0. Jinx leads Norman North in Jinx tonight at halftime, 35-0. And Tulsa Union at halftime leads Broken Arrow 13-7. Those are your 6A scores.
And that's kind of, we talked about that on the huddle Wednesday night, Chris, and I think we had that Broken Arrow game being close. I think we both picked Broken Arrow in that game, but 13-7 is what you said, 13-6. So a lot of ball there left to be played. And then, of course, Bixby, I got to say this real quick. In my opinion, it's the best team in the state of Oklahoma.
Regardless of
class.
They're incredible.
Yeah. I think they're the best team in the state of Oklahoma.
So if Bixby has 42 points, does that mean Presley has 4 or 5 touchdowns?
6.
It could be 6.
Yeah.
Be 6.
Yeah.
Take a look at Class 5A scores. El Reno without 4 starters tonight, hosting Piedmont. There was about a 24-36 hour window that El Reno was not playing due to COVID reasons. But without 4 starters, leads Piedmont at halftime 27-14. Carl Everett leads Ardmore 28-7. Bishop Kelly leads Tahlequah 14-0. Bishop McGinnis leads Duncan in Oklahoma City 35-7. McAllister on top of Pryor 28-0. And Coweta, with about a minute left until halftime, leads Tulsa East Central 42-0.
Wow. How much has football changed at East Central in the last?
Yeah.
I mean, they used to be such a force. And
guys, 10 years ago, we used to all stand out there in left field on Casey's Diamond, and there was a call right near somewhere, and my loud mouth started chipping, and a couple of those East Central cats looked my way, and I promise you, I didn't want any of them. They on the hoof, they looked like one of the best high school teams you'd ever seen in your life.
Absolutely, every year.
Of course, the score here in Lawton, the Guthrie Blue Jays here in the second round lead Lawton MacArthur 28-12. A little over 7 minutes away from kicking off the second half. We'll take another timeout here on the Golden Chick Halftime Show.
Hayes Funeral Home is a proud supporter of the Guthrie Blue Jays from the first game all the way to the championship game. With years of experience in funeral service, the Hayes family brings compassion and professional service during difficult times. Owners Chuck, Lynette, and Hope take pride in providing families and their loved ones quality care. The Hayes family supports Guthrie student athletes on the playing field and in the classroom. Hayes Funeral Home is located on the corner of Noble and Wentz. Visit online at hayesfh.com.
F&M Bank is a neighborhood bank with 8 branches and 17 ATM locations across 4 counties in central Oklahoma. F&M Bank can help you with all of your personal, business, and agricultural banking needs, or simply add efficiency to your business. Check out F&M Bank with online and mobile banking at www.fmbankok.com or download their app and have all of their services in the palm of your hand. F&M Bank is a neighbor you can count on. F&M Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back. Golden Chick Halftime Show here in Lawton, Oklahoma. Cameron Stadium, which hosts all 3 high schools here in Lawton. Lawton High, Lawton Ike, and Lawton MacArthur all share this field here, which is one of very few fields now that shares the field. The Edmond teams have their own fields now. Norman shares their fields. The Pump City schools have their own fields now. Yep. So, but Lawton MacArthur shares this field with their two other schools here in Lawton here at Cameron Stadium.
Cool spot here, Chris. I love the grass bowl we're in. It's kind of got a little bit of a rock feel to it, going to our left, looking at that big grass hill over there. But like we alluded to earlier, a new surface, plenty of room for social distancing tonight, and it's a good spot. Hey, real quick, Chris, I did just get a text from the wife of athletic director John Chappell.
Oh boy!
And she said, for your toll booth shenanigans, she expects you at the altar at South Point Baptist Church at about 12:02 p.m. on Sunday.
Phil, you got a big mouth.
We all know that, Chris. This is not new. I told you 20 years ago. What'd I tell you?
It's not easy being my friend.
Not easy being Phil's friend.
I'll take things that are true for 500, Alex.
I'll take John Vance motor scoring summary for 100, Seth. Blue Jays, Lawton MacArthur started the ball, kicked off, and it was a short kick, and it was a mistake.
It was definitely a mistake.
It was a mistake.
You don't line drive it to arguably the fastest guy on the other team.
Jalen Shelf.
masterclass in what not to do on special teams.
Yeah, Jalen goes 70 yards on the opening kickoff, and just like that, Blue Jays had a 7-0 lead. Lawton MacArthur gets the football. Big penalty, put them behind the chain, so they had to punt the football away. And then here comes Guthrie's offense on the field for the first time, and here comes freshman, jersey number 1, Hayden Seifert in the backfield.
Calvert.
I'm sorry, Hayden Seifert. Hayden Calvert with Josh Raines in the backfield, and Calvert connects with KBS, the freshman to the senior. 47-yard pass connection.
Yeah.
And just like that, a few minutes into the ball game, Guthrie's on top 14-0.
Well, and I think, too, the Calvert, we talked about this. What a great wrinkle that now everybody, Collinsville, after the Blue Jays get through this game, become victorious, Collinsville's going to have to prepare for that.
Yeah.
I mean, it adds an element to the whole week for Collinsville. So, it'll be interesting to see in the second half if we see number 1 trot back out there.
Be sure in the post-game interview, if Guthrie's victorious, be sure, I learned this early, be sure to ask Coach Beebe if they're going to do the same thing next week.
Well, Seth, this is not my first rodeo. So I won't be doing that.
Blue Jays led 14-0. Lawton MacArthur got on the board before, after the 2 scores by the Blue Jays. A 3-yard touchdown run by Nasir Kemper made it 14-6, but KBS blocked the extra point. So KBS with a touchdown reception on offense and had a block punt, block PAT.
Actually, two actually blocked PATs. They kind of juked him out there.
Yeah,
I jumped a gun.
Yeah, I was going to get
fault.
there.
Daggone it.
Rookie!
I'm on an empty stomach, and it's your fault.
Well, I was going to build up to him making the interception. You want to steal that away, do you? No.
Anything else you want to say, Seth?
I'm hungry.
Blue Jays got back on the scoreboard at the 7:06 mark in the second quarter. Ty Eaton, 20-yard touchdown catch, made a 21-6 ball game. Kemper on a 9-yard touchdown run. 5 minutes later, made it a 21-12 ball game. Again, a failed kick. KBS got in there, and the kicker really never got the ball past the line of scrimmage. Made it 21-12. And in less than 2 minutes, Guthrie goes down the field to end the first half with a touchdown at 37 seconds left. Josh Raines on a 7-yard touchdown run makes it a 28-12 ball game. And that is your first half scoring summary, brought to you by our good friends at John Vance Motors. Do we need one more break, Braden? All right, she says one more, and we'll do that when we come back. It's second half action of the Class 5A playoffs between the Blue Jays and Highlanders. Come back with us. This is the Golden Chick Halftime Show.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy.
At Generations Church, we exist to love God, love people, and serve both well. We're a multi-generational, multicultural church that believes in being a light to our city and our region. At Generations, we don't believe that church can be put in a box. We're a church that accepts all people from all walks of life, young, old, rich, and poor, and you will feel welcome at Generations. Join us at 10 a.m. every Sunday at 2524 West Noble in Guthrie, America. You can also join us at generationsguthrie.online.church.
Welcome back. Golden Chick Halftime Show here in Lawton, Oklahoma. About a 90-minute drive down the H.E. Bailey Turnpike. There are 2 turnpikes, toll booths that you better be ready for. One more scoring update, and I want to get this in here. Our friends over in Cashion on their way. We certainly thank again to the state championship game. They're playing like it. They lead Elmore City Purnell in the third quarter, 28-0. Of course, Cashion, ranked number 2 in Class A football. There's an argument for them to be number 1, but the number 1 team in Class A is Ringling, the team that beat Cashion last year in the state championship game. And it certainly looks like we could see another Ringling Cashion Class A state title game.
And that was as good of a game as we called last year in the state championships.
Yep.
I mean, that was a fabulous high school football game.
And a reminder, Crescent not playing tonight because Wayne could not play due to COVID reasons, and Coyle opted out of the playoffs early on.
Was it Wayne or Payne?
Wayne is, okay, Porter. Wayne is left, Payne is right.
I've never been left or right. I just know it's the Wayne Payne exit.
Yes. I have I've been to Wayne to cover a basketball tournament for Crescent, actually.
You know, there was the longest rivalry in Oklahoma high school football is Cleveland and Hominy.
Oh, Phil, you got that one. You got that written down somewhere? Oh,
right up here.
How many years, Phil?
100 years.
Next year will be 100 years.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Their season's over.
Yeah, gotcha.
Jeez.
I think you got that to memory now.
Well, I mean, for a couple days. I'll lose it. Comes and goes.
Again, a halftime score, 28-12. Blue Jays in the lead here, and both teams warming up here to get set. Guthrie will be kicking off, so MacArthur will get the football here in the third quarter. Guys, your thoughts on what we could see here in the second half, and also what Guthrie has to do to hold on to the 16-point lead and advance to next week's quarterfinal game in Collinsville?
I don't have anything to say. I've just gotten the most breaking news text.
Oh boy.
Can you confirm this?
All I can confirm is my beautiful 2-year-old granddaughter, Palmer, is listening live right now.
So
now she thinks I'm a criminal.
Just be on your best behavior.
It's too late.
Why are you looking at me? Look at Phil.
Well,
I didn't break the law.
I'm just saying it's time to clean things up. Palmer's little ears are listening, boys.
I call her Sherman.
She's a Sherman tank.
Sherman tank. Cute as a bug.
I'm learning this little Instagram app. I guess the kids call it IG. I don't know. But every time I pull it up, watch this. Every time I pull it up, it's always little Carson.
Little Carson?
Palmer. I'm sorry, Carson Palmer.
What's wrong with you?
Palmer. Look. Oh, that's got their news page. Go to Chris Evans. Feed. Boom. It happens every time.
Listen, it's not her fault that she's a micro-influencer. She did a sponsored ad last week for a diaper company. Chris,
wow.
She's earning.
Celebrity.
She's already earning.
It's about time somebody in the family gets out there and makes a mark.
Listen.
She ever thought about sponsoring Guthrie Blue Jay football?
I whiffed. I think I whiffed with my kids. At least my grandkids may
you didn't
pay
whiff
off.
with your kids. Hey, Chris, real quick, though, I think the key to the second half of the Blue Jays, you go back, we're going to see one out there with them. I think if you do, it's going to be a steady dose of running the ball. With this kind of lead, you're going to run the clock. Probably won't see us throwing unless we have to. I think Blue Jays don't turn the ball over. We might, to quote you from a couple years ago, we'll see in Collinsville.
Yeah, and we want to run the football, and so Josh Rain's been doing it the last couple of years, and so it's, I guess you can call it a wildcat formation tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to call that, and just ride the legs of Josh Rains and
Isaiah Hammonds
and that Blue Jay defense.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's what's the key, and no turnovers. Play clean football.
That has been the Golden Chick Halftime Show. We get set for second half action. Glad to have you on board. Hot 93.7 FM KSBI. Blue Jays stretch across the 36-yard line as they will kick it left to right on the radio dial. It's another short kick to the near side. Fielded at the 33 to the 35, center field 40, 45 midfield to the Guthrie 45, and finally hauled down in around the 40-yard line. Good return for the Highlanders of about 27 yards. They'll have a first down and 10 in Blue Jay territory.
Number 6, Amarion Hicks right there, Chris. I think they decided to put somebody dynamic right there for Ezok's little pooch, and may need to make an adjustment on that for the rest of the second half.
Ball placed at the 41-yard line on the far hash mark. We broadcast on the home side as we look across the way to the Blue Jay sideline and Blue Jay crowd in Guthrie band. First play is a pass play. Caught at the 35, wide open to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, and down at the 15-yard line. You knew the Highlanders weren't going to go away with head coach Brent Manning, an offensive-minded coach here in his 12th season.
Well, I think what we're seeing is they're going to do these quick hitches, just try to get athletes out in space with the ball and let them go make plays, is what it looks like to me, Chris.
And they're to the line of scrimmage already, which is the 15-yard line. There's a snap, Graham to throw. It's caught. It's a short pickup, if any, maybe a 1-yard man, probably back to the line of scrimmage. So it brings up a second down. Blue Jays did a good job of getting to the line and get set.
Yeah, number 6 there for the Jays. Jackson Walters in on the play. We talked about how quick he is, kind of floats around, plays a little bit everywhere. Great play by Jackson.
Blue Jays just got to compose themselves right here, Phil, and keep everything in front of them.
Two-back set. They'll hand it off to the running back to the left side, and he'll drive his way just shy of the 10-yard. Isaiah Gray wanted the face mask. No flags on the play. And here we go, 3rd down, and we'll call it 7 yards for the Lawton MacArthur Highlanders.
Chris Chaputis on the tackle on that play.
Ball's on the near hash mark of the 12-yard line. MacArthur needs the 6. They'll try to run for it, and Nazir puts a toe on the ground, gets across the 10. Does not get the first down. He's a yard away, and you certainly think MacArthur will go for it here on 4th down and 1.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt they're going to go for 6 here. It's, obviously go for the first down, but they've got 6 points on their mind. They want to start scrapping back into this ball game.
Opening drive here for MacArthur. This third quarter, there's a flag, and
that's on the Highlanders, guys.
Yeah, ball's on the 8, and this, again, the offensive coordinator talked about it for MacArthur. Penalties and turnovers all season long, and here's another big one.
If you're not comfortable in that check with me style offense, it's difficult on the guys on the wide side of the field away from their sideline, and that's just what happened. The wide receiver out there on the Blue Jay sideline he moved looking to the sideline, getting the play, and the line judge on that side threw the flag on him.
Instead of 4th down and 1.5 yards, it's now 4th down and 8. MacArthur's probably going to have to throw for this. Gage Graham, the sophomore, throws it to the near side into the end zone. There's a flag thrown. It's caught, but I think this is going to be an offensive pass interference. I really think the Highlander receiver pushed off on Jalen Chelf. We'll get the official word here. It looked like a push-off.
Do they have the courage to call it?
2 flags.
It looked pretty. If I saw it and there's 2 flags, I certainly think that's the call.
Oh, I looked like the white hat just pointed at the Highlanders.
Yeah.
So maybe Jalen Chelf got in there first. Boy, I really thought. And we're on the road. Touchdown, MacArthur. We have our small setup tonight, so we don't have replay to take a look at that. Obviously, the 2 officials saw the same thing. I'm a lot farther than they are, so they probably got it right.
It's on both. It's on both, isn't it?
They got 6 points on the board.
Looks like they're going for 2 here, Chris.
Is it too early to start chasing it? Got to go for it. You really haven't even been close on your extra points.
No, I don't think you're missing anything by going for 2 here.
So MacArthur.
You get 2, it's back to a 1-score ball game just like that.
Yeah, 15 seconds on the play clock. 1 receiver to each side, a couple of backs in there with Gage Graham, the sophomore quarterback. He'll roll, he'll toss it to Nasir, trying to get it on the left side and will not get there. The 2-point try is denied by Langdon Herzl, and so the score sticks at 28-18. 9:55 to play in quarter number 3. Timeout from Lawton. This is Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
At Terra Insure Group, you'll be helped by lifelong Blue Jay fans, Jason Herzl, Dennis Oakes, and Seth Robbins. They aren't limited to any single provider. They'll work with you to find the carrier and the plan that fits you best. Terra Insure Group is an independent insurance agency specializing in home, auto, and commercial lines of insurance. Call Terra Insure Group at 293-4880 or stop by at 2403 South Division or visit them online at tigok.com. Terra Insure Group, insuring your world.
Have you heard the big news here in Guthrie? You know that Guthrie Tagging is your local source for all your vehicles, boats, ATVs, trailers, titles, registrations, and of course driver's license renewals and replacements. But now, the Guthrie Tagging Agency helps with driver's road test. That's right, take your road test right here in Guthrie. No more trips to Edmond or Stillwater or Enid. Call and schedule your appointment at 282-3873. Guthrie Tagging Agency, open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and on Saturdays from 9 to noon.
Lawton MacArthur, after an opening nice kick return to begin the third quarter.
Do we have a penalty or something, I guess?
Yeah, it looks like it was. Yeah, MacArthur's going to kick it from the Guthrie 45. You try an onside kick here. Bounces, ball's loose, and KBS will bring it in at the 25-yard line. Not sure what the penalty was to have the ball at the 45, but regardless, Guthrie has the football, 1st down and 10. Lawton MacArthur opening kickoff in the third quarter gets great field position and then a 12-yard touchdown pass. Makes it a 28-18 ball game. 9:54 to play in the third quarter. Scoring summary brought to you by John Vance Motors.
Where it's comfortable to buy a car, or in my case, Chris, about 108 of them in the last.
Trucks.
Jeez. John Carpenter.
Got you too, huh?
He just reeled me in like a largemouth bass.
You don't even know he's doing it either.
No, next thing I know, I'm driving away in a new car. I went there to get an oil change.
Josh Raines, quarterback, senior, in there to begin quarter number 3. 3 receivers to the far side. That's just to spread it out so Raines can run the football, and he'll take it from the 26-yard line to about the 28, 2-yard pickup. Second down and 8 for the Jays.
Looks like the Blue Jays have gone back to their base offense here to start the second half after seeing Calvert under center in the first half with Raines and Hammonds.
Raines in there. Isaiah Hammonds on the left side of Josh Raines, the senior quarterback. He'll check the sideline with 13 seconds on the play clock. Jays up by 10, 28-18. Looking at a second down 8 play. Isaiah was on the left. Now he's on the right side. Now he's back to the left for Josh Raines with 3 on the play clock. Shotgun snap. Isaiah with the carry, right side, trying to break a tackle. Can't do it as he goes across the 30. Spun down at the 33-yard line. Good run, though, of 5 yards, and it's third down and 3.
Good play by number 30, Devin Bush, the 5'11", 215-pound junior for the Highlanders. Possibly a touchdown-saving tackle right there, guys.
Yeah.
I just want to point out, Casey Porter called that play before it was ran.
And he's been known to look at some game film.
He's broke down a couple films in his life.
Third down and 3 for the Blue Jays. The ball's on their hash mark at the 33-yard line. They need the 36. Jalen Allison into motion. Raines the throw, and it's incomplete. A dangerous pass there as Jalen wanted the pass interference. No flags down. And it looks like Guthrie's going to have to punt the football away here on their opening drive of the third quarter.
You know, I could sit here in awkward silence, or I could ask the question, and I am going to ask
You don't do awkward silence, Phil.
Not well.
I go back to Calvert.
Yes.
Yeah.
What? But why not?
Well, I think you're trying to,
put yourself in an awkward place.
Blue Jays will line up punt formation. MacArthur will not put anybody deep. Now they will. Josh Raines gets the snap, and again, another great punt. MacArthur goes back and fills it, fumbles it at the 27. The ball still loose at the 30, and MacArthur jumps on it at the 31-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for the Highlanders. 8:23 to play in quarter number 3. MacArthur with already a touchdown here in the third quarter, trailing the Blue Jays 28-18.
Another outstanding kick by Raines, Chris. What a weapon to flip the field like that.
Yeah, I tell you, the Blue Jay defense on this series, this is a big defensive series for the Blue Jays.
MacArthur moving right to left on the radio dial. Black jersey tops, black pants, yellow numbers, yellow helmets. Blue Jays traveling white jersey tops, white pants, blue numbers. Here's a shotgun snap, a little toss to the running back on the right side. Gets the line of scrimmage. A couple Blue Jays there to meet him, and he'll spin to the 34-yard line. Pick up at 3 yards. Second down and 7 for the Highlanders. Again, Lawton MacArthur 6-2 on the season. They enter tonight's ballgame on a 4-game winning streak.
45 Chaputis there. Chris continues to have an excellent season with the tackle.
Under 8 minutes to play in the third quarter. Second down and 6 from the 34. Graham rolling to his near side behind the 25. Throws it out of bounds. Nobody was open. Good coverage downfield by Jalen Chelf as the ball sails out of bounds. Third down play for the Highlanders.
Walters putting the pressure on Graham right there. That's where we want to be. Third and long.
Chris reminds me a lot of his big brother David.
Oh, yeah, David Chaputis?
Yeah. Outstanding career for the Blue Jays.
Not a very good inside joke. Our little buddy sometimes has a hard time with names.
It's the memory thing.
You have to forgive my friend. Third down and 6. Shotgun snap. All day to throw to the far side. Great coverage, and the pass is incomplete. Great coverage there by KBS. And
textbook.
And now MacArthur, you would certainly think, will punt the football away.
I'll tell you, about have to, don't they?
Slow to get the punt team out there. There they go.
To the quarterback, Graham, clapping his hands. He said, Coach, I want to go for it. 4th and 7 inside my own 35-yard line. Coach
said,
Manning
you're 15,
said,
come over here to the sideline.
You're 15, come here.
Sophomore mistake.
Talk to me when you can drive or vote.
They may have this year.
Oh, boy.
Where's that mute button? MacArthur punter back at the 23-yard line. And this is probably the best punt of the night from MacArthur. Waiting for it at the 35 is KBS. Gets it to the 40, to the far sideline, 45, and driven out of bounds near midfield. Good return for KBS. And Guthrie will have great field position. Here's a flag, and that's I've never seen a flag thrown so high.
What?
And anyway, ball's at midfield. We'll check out the penalty, but that flag, I think, hit the International Space Station and came back down.
If that's ever an Olympic sport, I've got the American representative right there.
That has to be against, I'm going off body language, but I would say that's going to be against the Highlanders.
If that flag, which traveled 435 yards in the air, if that's just for a sideline warning, I'm taking this flag away.
Unsportsmanlike.
MacArthur, there you go.
Highlanders.
So it was the ball was going to be at the 50, so now the penalty will move it well into MacArthur territory. Actually went out of bounds at the 48 of Guthrie. So,
Phil, from the looks of 77, I think he's getting ready for a coal miner's glove match. He's fired up.
He's got a motor on him.
I would bet you several chicken tenders.
Oh boy,
that he is MacArthur's heavyweight wrestler.
There's a very good possibility of that.
His body language
There's a very
screams
good possibility of that.
The 285 weight class.
And if not, then he's doing WWF in the backyard.
Something. He's got a little hacksaw Jim Duggan.
He does. No, he does.
Umpire now marking off this penalty, and he will stop inside the 40-yard line, the 38-yard line to be exact. So Guthrie has the football, 7:35 to play in quarter number 3, leading MacArthur 28-18. Quad receivers to the bottom of the formation. Josh Raines back in the shotgun. Isaiah Hammond's on the right side. They'll run away from the receiver side. Josh Raines across the 30, across the 25, and down at the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 yards for Josh Raines.
Another great play call there by Jason Rice. Really just calling a good game. I mean, a really good game.
You get the feel if Guthrie can put 7 on the board here.
Yeah, you kind of do. You kind of do. I mean, there's already this quarter's just flying by compared to the first quarter.
First down and 10, trips receivers to the right. They're just there to spread the field out, though. I certainly think Josh and Isaiah will take care of this running game here as MacArthur has 7 guys in the box. 8 guys in the box. There's the snap. Isaiah gets the carry this time, and he'll get to the 20-yard line. A 3-yard pickup as we go under 7 minutes to play in the ball game. And Casey Porter was in here earlier, and I've heard him say it many, many times, high school and college and all type of games. He would say MacArthur needs to be the next team to score.
Yes, he would. He absolutely would.
We'll see. MacArthur's defense got to hold him up here. Ball's at the 20. Second down. We'll call it a long 6. Carson Wilder. Halfback in there. Isaiah runs on the left side across the 20, has a break, 15, first down to the 10, to the 5, and out of bounds just before the end zone. There is a flag down at the 20-yard line. The
call.
White hat threw the flag right when Isaiah made his first move.
Coming back, boys.
And it is coming back.
Looked like a couple of the Blue Jays got on our favorite character for the Highlander 77 and rode him to the ground a little
hard.
Little hard for the White Hats' liking.
Might have just made him mad, Seth.
You know.
So we talked about MacArthur's penalties. This is one that goes against the Jays. Instead the ball inside the 5. It's now backed up to the 30-yard line. It'll bring up second down and about 17 for the Blue Jays, who have won 5 ball games in a row, although they have lost their last 2 ball games, trying to put an end to that here tonight, leading by 10. Carson Wilder, halfback on the right side. They run it on the right side. It's Isaiah spinning at the 25, and Isaiah picks up 5 good yards, but it'll bring up a third down and 12 play.
You know, you got to, I mean, and I know the clock is our friend right now, but I think at some point we're going to have to throw the ball down the field to open up that run.
The read play 230 has just not been there at all tonight. And the one time it was there, we came back due to a hold. Josh Raines really the only one that's had any success running the football. But I'm with you, Phil. They're going to have to stretch MacArthur out, as Chris alluded to earlier. Literally everybody on their defense is within 8-9 yards of the line of scrimmage right now.
2 seconds on play clock, guys. And Guthrie's going to have to spend a timeout, and they do. We'll take a timeout with them. 5:29 to play in quarter number 3. Guthrie 28, Lawton MacArthur 18. This is Blue Jay Football presented by F&M Bank.
There's one big difference between Vance Auto Group and the other dealers: transparency. We show all the discounts and rebates on our website long before you arrive. See your monthly payment, your current vehicle's value, Carfax, and everything about the vehicle you're interested in buying. You can even buy any vehicle, new or pre-owned, without leaving home, right from our website. Buy with transparency at the John Vance Auto Group.
John Vance Auto Group.
Interbank wishes all the Guthrie Blue Jays student athletes a great season and will be cheering the whole way. Interbank is proud to be a part of the tremendous momentum in Guthrie with the growing success of our schools and city. Interbank continues the winning tradition of taking care of their customers with personal and business banking. Located just blocks from the Rock at 224 East Oklahoma, or by phone at 405-282-0470. Interbank, in it for you. Member FDIC.
Josh Raines to throw, has a receiver at the 10 to the 5. Did he get in? He did. Touchdown, Blue Jays. Caden Ballard-Stevenson from 24 yards out.
We talked about it. We thought we were going to have to throw the ball downfield, but Josh delivered a great pass. KBS there again. I know one guy that's definitely in the running for player of the game tonight.
Well, if Jason Rice is listening, sir, we don't mean to doubt you, but it looked like we were just going to sit there and pound the ball away until we gave it back. But sure enough, he pulled the Highlanders in and hit them deep.
Blue Jays trying to make it a 35-18 ball game. Ezok on for the PAT. Calvert's the holder. You're on the right side of your radio dial. It's a snap, the hold. The kick is on its way. It's a line drive. It's good, but there is a flag down thrown by the umpire, and it looks like this one will be the second penalty on extra points tonight by the Blue Jays, so this one will be a little bit further for Ezok.
Boys, I just got the inside track from Guthrie wrestling coach Justin Stevens. That 77 Talon Phillips, who we've been talking about for the Highlanders, was the 285-pound West Regional champion last year. So
that makes sense.
Body language, Phil.
Yeah,
they're a different breed.
We call that in your program. That's 1W.
That's right. That's right.
Ezok for the PAT this time from 25 yards. It's a good snap to hold. It's plenty long enough, and it's good. Ezok puts the Blue Jays up 17, 35-18 with 5:23 to play in quarter number 3. Timeout from Lawton. Looking good for the Jays. Back after this. This is Blue Jay Football presented by F&M Bank.
When garage door problems occur, don't call a kind of service company or maybe a repair guy. Call Paul Creed at A-Team Overhead Door. Paul owns and operates his company and has over 15 years of experience in residential and commercial overhead door service. Paul provides all garage door services from repairs to installations. With free estimates, Paul will work with you to decide the best possible solution for your garage door or opener problems. Call A-Team Overhead Door today, 405-642-7065.
FCC is the place to be. At First Christian Church, we love to support our Guthrie Blue Jays and be all in. We are all in with our athletes, our students, our families, our community, and our faith. We have something for all ages and would love to have you join us for worship in person or online at 10:30 a.m. on Sunday mornings. Join us as we continue to be all in, serving Christ and growing in faith. And as always, go Blue Jays!
Caden Ballard-Stevenson, 24-yard touchdown reception, his second of the night. Gives the Blue Jays a 17-point lead. Jays will kick this one off left to right. It's an onside kick, and Guthrie's offsides.
Way offsides.
Yeah, and so, hey, it was a nice little snap. I wasn't ready for it, but now we'll just kick it, a little sky kick like we've been doing around the 33-yard line.
I don't know. They've set number 6 down here, Amarion Hicks, the 5'10", 155-pound senior. They put him down here on the 30, and they're walking Nazir up on the other 30. I say right now we just bang it back here to the wide hat.
Yeah.
Ezok's had no problem with leg strength tonight.
Oh, no, he can get it down there.
He can get it there. There's no wind. If any, it's right to left, and it's Chris, is this an east-west field?
Oh, boy.
You said the wind was out of the north, I
yes.
thought.
It is an east-west.
It looks like I don't know my direction.
It's an
Here it is. We're looking south.
It's an east-west field.
So it's an east-west field?
It is an east-west.
Soccer field.
Izak to kick it from the 35 this time, center of the field. It's picked up at the 20-yard line. Here's the return, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, midfield, far sideline, 35, 30. One guy to beat, 20, 15, 10, into the end zone. However, there is multiple flags down on the field, one at the 48, one all the way back to the 25-yard line. We'll see what those are, but
the one at the 48, Cole Whitfield had a couple of, as reminiscent to your great call at Crescent, he had a couple of felonies committed against him there.
Yes, he did.
There were some bad things going on, Phil. He needs to check his wallet. Are the Highlanders going to blow a toe off again right here, Chris?
Oof.
Real quick, as we wait.
There's 3 flags down.
This might take a while. Real quick, South Point Baptist Church scoreboard update. Bishop Kelly leads Tahlequah 28-0. McGinnis leads Duncan 41-14. MacArthur leads Pryor 47-0. Coweta leads East Central 44-14. Carl Albert leads Ardmore 35-7. And El Reno leads Piedmont 27-14.
Offsetting.
So
kick it again.
You kick it again.
Okay.
That's a victory for the Jays.
I think right now, guys, we need to just bang it out of bounds. Just give it to him at the 35.
Yeah.
It's not bad field position.
This thing we're trying to keep it away from 7.
Which is a good idea.
It's a good idea.
But 6 and 14 and 5 weren't down there.
And so they figured this out. They don't have anybody past the 25. I really feel like maybe we could just kick it out of bounds here, Phil, or maybe that's why they were going for that little onside kick. I don't know, but after the first couple of times we kicked to them, they've kind of got us figured out, and they've started to gash us on it.
Real quick, scoreboard update in 6A1 football. Tulsa Union leads Broken Arrow 19-14, and really the most competitive game in 6A football in either class.
Chris, I heard some good things about Santa Fe. I don't know if this will be the year that a West team gets the East. Probably not, but I know Santa Fe
got the best chance.
Has a good group of young kids.
Izak's kick is a short one, not even to midfield. It's caught and down immediately at the 47-yard line, so MacArthur will have great field position. Trailing the Blue Jays, though, 35-18, 5 minutes and 12 seconds to play in the third quarter. Guthrie has led the entire way.
You know, the totality of my head coaching experience is 6th grade football and Tecmo Bowl, and I still don't understand.
You had Bo Jackson.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was cheating. But if you're going to do that right there, why not just kick it out of bounds?
Yeah, and get the ball.
Get the 35.
35, yeah.
I don't get it.
Ball's at the 47 of the Blue Jays to the running game for Highlanders across the 40. It'll be about a 10-yard pickup. Finally whistled. It was a nice strong run there by the Highlanders, and they'll have it in around the 37-yard line.
Now, you know, it's 4 minutes, 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Mac has a lot of kids that play on both sides of the ball.
Yes.
And so that could become a factor in the fourth quarter.
First down and 10, 2 receivers to the left of the quarterback, 1 receiver to the far side. There'll be a run play here. Isaiah Gray will be thrown down by Chris Shaputis all the way back. Well, they're going to give him forward progress, but it's going to be a loss on the play of 1. Second down and 11. Big play there by big Chris Shaputis, jersey number 45.
How strong is he? I mean, he reached out with one hand. This young man's going full speed.
We're talking about Wiggins getting his opportunity at the next level, but Shaputis has the measurables, and
he does.
That kid has a wingspan on him, doesn't he?
Well, that's just it. I think he's listed as 6'3", but his wingspan, it's like he's 6'7".
Yeah, he definitely has some long arms. He's been a disruptive force this year for the Blue Jays.
Loss on the play. Second down 11 as we go under 4 minutes to play here in the third quarter. 3 receivers. Gage Graham to throw for it. A little slip screen caught to the 35, to the 30. It's going to be another first down after a pickup of about 12 yards. Nice play there for the Highlanders.
Oh, boy, number 7 again. We talked about him in the pregame. Kemper, I don't think any question. Just a very athletic kid. Moving him around, trying to get him the ball. We'll probably see a lot more of that into the second half.
Ball marked at the 27 of the Blue Jays. Same formation as the one before. 2 receivers. They'll again, go back to the running game on the left side, breaking a tackle, getting to the 26-yard line. Not much there, maybe a yard at most, 2nd down and 9.
9 Whitfield coming up from his safety spot to make the play along with 49 Zachary Thompson. But, boy, when the Highlanders go fast, Chris, they've really had us on skates.
Blue Jays have done a good job for the most part, but they're starting to – MacArthur's starting to figure it out a little bit more offensively as they speed up. And they go down the field. Pass is incomplete, but Jalen Chelf grabbed him, threw him down. It was a good call. There'll be pass interference on Jalen. And if you're beat, tackle him and save points for now.
Yeah, it's 15-yard penalty instead of a 6-point score. So, I mean, as penalties go, it's a good penalty.
Kevin Aiken tonight's a referee. Again, Scott Finley is your umpire. John Nelson, the head linesman. Chase Boyd, the line judge. And Mike Self is the back judge. This officiating crew out of the Oklahoma City Metro Officials Association. And the penalty will be half the distance at about the 13-yard line, center of the field. MacArthur moving right to left on the radio dial. 3:07 to play in quarter number 3. MacArthur needing points here as they trail at 35-18. Nasir Kemper, 2 touchdowns already in the ball game. Runs on the right side. He'll take it from the 13 to the 10-yard line. 2nd down and 7. Ball being on the far hash mark.
Yeah, what stands out to you right now, Chris? If you look down there, I mean, just it has a different feel in the second half. First half, pretty much dominated by the Blue Jays.
Yeah, I think all the bells and whistles and all the we'll get to that. Graham the throw into the end zone, 1-on-1 up, and it is caught. What a catch by MacArthur's wide receiver. Is that number 5, guys?
5, Montez Edwards. He's a 5'9", 160-pound junior, Chris. Not a big kid, but, man, he just kind of went up and took that ball away from 10 Shelf. And as it's been all season, Shelf is in the right spot to make the play. Just a little bit growing still to do.
Yeah.
So MacArthur, here we go. This has been ugly all night. It's not good. It's ugly.
Yeah, it's not been good. I think they've given up on kicking the extra points.
35-24, 2-point try here. Regardless, it's still a 2-possession ball game for the Blue Jays. No matter what happens here, MacArthur don't know what to do. And now that's a timeout. Wow. Bad timeout. I mean, you probably have to take it, but, boy, you like to have those when you're down 9 or 10 points right now.
Now, not one you want to take.
11 right now.
Yeah, not one you want to take, definitely.
We'll keep it here. Officials aren't giving us our full allotted time, so don't want to miss in the action here. But 13-yard touchdown by Lawton MacArthur. Not over yet by any means. So stay with us.
They won't let us rest, Phil. They just won't let us. They won't let us chill out and have fun up here.
It's like they're wanting to win too.
Come all the way down here and treat us like that. Ridiculous.
Again, this is the 8th meeting between Guthrie and Lawton MacArthur. Last meeting, 2016, MacArthur won 50-0, and one of the Highlanders football players predicted a win tonight by MacArthur, 50-0.
Yeah,
I watched that game on YouTube from the beautiful Artesian that night, Chris.
You know, I think our first ever live stream was 4 years ago here at Lawton MacArthur, 2016.
Yeah,
I think that was our first live stream.
Wow.
I watched it.
Yeah.
I watched it. Wasn't doing any good in the casino, so I watched it on my phone.
2-point try, and they're going to run with it with Nasir, and he will get into the end zone on the 2-point try. And that's the first point after of any kind from MacArthur tonight as Nasir Kemper gets in there. 35-26, your new score, 2:32 to play in quarter number 3. Timeout from Lawton. This is Blue Jay Football presented by F&M Bank.
Exxon was founded by 2 combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
I can
has every slush flavor someone could ever want.
This is basically slush headquarters.
Where sour blue raspberry plans world domination.
Well, not if Lemonberry has anything to say about it.
Lemonberry, you're already sour. Come to the sour side.
Never. I'll never join you.
Refreshment just got colorful with new slush flavors like blue raspberry made with Nerds candy. And start your day with the 99-cent morning drink stop.
Sonic at I-35 at Highway 33.
This is how you Sonic.
Onside kick for MacArthur, and Blue Jays do a great job of covering that one up. Good job there by Cole Whitfield. And the Blue Jays will have it at the 45-yard line. Welcome back. Hot 93.7 FM KSBI. MacArthur scoring 13-yard touchdown reception by Montez Edwards. 2-point try was ran in by Nazir Kemper to make the score. Guthrie 35, Lawton MacArthur 26. 2 minutes and 32 seconds left in quarter number 3. Blue Jays with the football.
Look down there. We got a freshman trotting back out on the field, keeping it fresh.
Hayden Calvert, jersey number 1. Josh Raines on his left, Isaiah Hammond's on the right. That looks pretty darn good from this broadcast spot here. And Calvert will run with it for the first time. He'll get to the 50-yard line. It's a 5-yard pickup, and Calvert can run the football, Phil.
He doesn't know he's a freshman. I'm convinced of this. I mean, he's got a lot of swagger, tough kid, looks to be a very tough kid. I don't know a lot about Mr. Calvert. I know you followed him all through Little League, Seth, and he's played quarterback his whole life, I believe. Is that correct?
Well, and he'll also be a starter somewhere on the baseball diamonds
team.
as a freshman as well.
As a freshman. Definitely an all-around athlete. So I'm just talking to me. I don't know anything about this. I'm obviously not Kelly Beebe, but, man, he gives a different wrinkle.
2nd down and 5. Jays will obviously keep it on the ground. Josh Raines going backwards. Now he'll go forwards, and he'll have the first down and more down the sideline. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Reaches for the pylon.
Got to give it to him. Yep.
Touchdown, Josh Raines. 50-yard touchdown run.
And listen, that's why having one out on the field, I think, matters. I mean, that is just a fabulous effort by Josh Raines. Great job.
The bottom line is 17 is your most well-rounded, dynamic weapon on offense.
Yes.
And that just gives him a new angle to get the ball from.
No doubt.
And then with Calvert's passing ability, it keeps the defense honest.
Yeah.
Ezog trying to make it 42-26 ball game as Guthrie scores their 2nd touchdown here in quarter number 3. Josh Raines on a big 50-yard touchdown run. Now the extra point try. Ezog's been money all night long, and he stays money as the football hits the locker room of the Highlanders. Your new score, Guthrie 42, Lawton Mac 26, 1:39 to play in quarter number 3. This is Guthrie Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
At South Point Baptist Church, we want you to cheer loud and be proud as we send the Blue Jays to victory. Afterwards, join us each Sunday in our friendly family atmosphere. South Point invites you, your family, and friends to join us each week with Sunday school beginning at 10 a.m. and our morning service at 11 a.m. South Point wishes all students this season to make fun and exciting memories not only on the playing field, but in the classroom as well. And as always, go Blue Jays.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy.
Josh Raines, boy, he was going backwards, but then when he got going frontwards, boy, he took off. 50-yard touchdown run to increase the Blue Jays lead 42-26. Here's a onside kick. The ball's loose, picked up by MacArthur. Dangerously almost got away from Carson Wilder, but he's down at the 43-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10. Josh Raines, 50-yard touchdown run, 2 plays, 55-yard drive. Is your John Vance Motors latest scoring drive. Minute 38 to play in quarter number 3.
Jeez, Chris, if 7 gets his head around right there for us, he could have caught that.
Yeah.
My goodness, this kicking game's going to give me ulcers.
Now everything's feeling good. Just, if you're thinking about turning the game off, hey, there's still over 13, almost 14 minutes. It's still a 2-possession ball game.
We're not even into Act 3 yet, guys. We're still at the end of Act 2.
Three receivers, two to the far side, one to the near. Gage Graham the throw. The sophomore goes downfield looking for a receiver and has a receiver. It's caught at the 30-yard line. A 37-yard catch, and it's a nice play there as the receiver went up over Jalen Shelf to bring that one in. Jalen was there step for step.
Have yourself a day, Montez Edwards. What an impressive receiver tonight. I don't know what his season's been like, but, guys, he's putting on a show tonight.
Yeah.
Now MacArthur already at the line of scrimmage. Now they'll check the sideline. Graham, the throw again, center of the field, has a receiver, and it's caught inside. Oh, did he drop it?
Yeah.
He did drop it, yes, inside the 10. Jalen Shelf on the coverage as again. A sophomore, as you see there on your video screen, number 10. Busy night for him. It's going to be a busy fourth quarter with MacArthur probably going to have to open it up a little bit more in the passing game.
I love the short memory. Yeah, I love the short memory on 10. He's had a couple of pass interferences. He's got burnt. He didn't get burnt, but he's been had ball caught over him.
Yep.
And he's still battling. Love it.
Second down and 10 from the 29-yard line.
There you go.
They run with it, and he's going backwards. A little push at the end, no flag there.
It's all right.
Letting them play a little bit, as long as we let both sides. Chase Doles with the tackle for loss all the way back to around the 33-yard line. So that's a loss of almost 5 yards on the play. So here we go, third down and 15.
Yeah, you like that. I like a little chippiness in a playoff game.
Oh, imagine that.
No, I do. I mean, nothing bad. Just, they both sides really want to win.
Gage Graham, shotgun formation. Obviously, 4-down territory here. Gage trying to get it on this third down play. It's caught at the 22, spins to the 20, and finally, not yet, still on his feet, and now finally hauled down at the 17-yard line. It's a 16-yard pickup as they get 3 additional yards for the first down.
I will say this. You keep going at 10. He's an athletic kid. I'll make a prediction. They keep going at him. He might just get him a little pick before the night's over.
Well, I'd love it if he did.
First down and 10. Graham to throw again into the end zone. Going back to it again, and Jalen Shelf this time covers it well. MacArthur wants flags, and that was well defended there by the sophomore.
No, Jalen Shelf, that was good coverage right there. And the receiver from Mac actually had Jalen's jersey in his hands.
Yeah.
So
6 seconds left on the third quarter clock. Guthrie 2 scores in this third quarter. MacArthur with 1 score.
They're going to have to sneak Whitfield over there and give Shelf a little help maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, now they're switching.
And they'll run the football up the middle. They'll go from the 17 to the 10-yard line. And when we come back, it'll be a big play upcoming. 4th down and 2 yards for the Highland. 4th down, right? We'll get it all third down. Well, we'll get it all figured out after this. End of the third quarter, Guthrie leads Lawton MacArthur 42-26. Back with fourth quarter action. This is Guthrie Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
Hello, Blue Jay family. I'm Pastor Hetty. I want to invite you to North Church Guthrie, where you can expect fun, Bible-centered kids and student ministries, life-giving groups, engaging worship, and powerful messages. I would love to see you and your family at North Church Guthrie this Sunday at 9:30 or 11 a.m. at Guthrie Upper Elementary School, where our vision is to love God, love people, and follow Jesus. And remember, God loves you, and go win.
For decades, Guthrie Athletics has been a source of pride in the Guthrie community. Hi, I'm Merritt Roberts, and I've been a Blue Jay supporter and Farm Bureau agent for many, many years. I want to wish all the Guthrie student athletes not only a great season on the field, course, track, or court, but in the classroom as well. If integrity, honesty, and accessibility are important to you, call Farm Bureau at 620-4920 and ask for Merritt. I would welcome the opportunity to give you a professional evaluation of your insurance needs, or simply stop by and let's talk about the Jays.
We get set for fourth quarter action here in the second round of the Oklahoma Class 5A playoffs. The Guthrie Blue Jays leading Lawton MacArthur 42-26. We begin the fourth quarter with a 3rd down and 3 play. The Highlanders will run it up the middle. Nathan Wiggins on the tackle. It will be close to a first down depending on the spot. Along with Mason Russell, Kel Evans, Braden Russell, Jordan Leach in our Stillwater studio, Phil Nichols, Seth Robbins. I'm Chris Evans.
I think you got it, partner. I think they're giving it to him. I actually don't think he got it. I feel like that.
It is a first down, yeah.
I feel like he reached it out after Wiggins already had him down. there was a little indecision on the part of the line judge on that side of the field.
So the ball marked at the 7-yard line, be first and goal there. And MacArthur not only needs touchdowns, but they need 2 points as well. They'll run it up the middle, across the 5, and into the end zone. Boy, Nazir Kemper just lowered his shoulder and bulldogged his way into the end zone. Guthrie really never had a shot at stopping him.
No, that was all man right there.
Yeah.
That was a great athletic play. And
I think he goes all of the roster at 6'2", 185.
Oh, yeah.
And Walters took him up a little high right there. And Nazir Kemper was just not having it.
Makes it a 42-32 ball game. Obviously, they'll go for 2 here. They'll run with Nazir Kemper again, and he will
not
get into the end zone. That's a big play there, as it remains a 10-point game, 42-32.
And who was in on the stop? Jackson Walters. There's no quitting the kid.
He made the correction and said, let's do it again, big boy.
We will go ahead and keep it here. We're okay on timeouts. So with 32 seconds into the fourth quarter, Lawton MacArthur gets a very important score.
Yeah.
7-yard touchdown run by Nazir Kemper. The 2-point try was no good. That is your John Vance Motor scoring summary. So Guthrie up by 10 points here, and boy, if you can get the running game on first down, Phil, if you can make it a 2nd down and 6, and then a 3rd down and 2, I mean, you obviously want to run the football because you want to get time off the clock.
Yeah, you're going to eat the clock up. And, guys, we can't forget this, too. They're down by 10, so it's a 2-score game. But Mac has shown no ability to kick the ball. So that, they're going to be in a situation, I think, where they got to score 2 touchdowns.
They scored 2 so far in the second half, but Guthrie has also scored 2 in the second half.
Phil, I know we're right near Fort Sill, but I'm picking up a hint of kerosene on my nose here.
There is definitely some of that.
Little helicopter fuel, you think?
Probably some nighttime training, or perhaps,
You got a ride after the game we don't know about?
You asked for a hookup.
MacArthur kicks it deep this time. Fielded at the 14-yard line on the far side across the 20 and down just before the 25-yard line. KBS on the return. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Blue Jays. So MacArthur obviously kicking this one deep, trying to win field position here as they're hoping to stop Guthrie here on these 3 running plays.
Yeah, and it's, this is big. I mean, if they can go down, even if they go down here and take, 3-4 minutes off the clock, that's a big deal. Even if they put no points on the board, that's a big, big deal for the Jays.
Josh Raines will come in at quarterback. Isaiah Hammonds also at running back. And see what the Jays do here on 1st down. Can they make it 2nd down and manageable? They'll run it with Josh to the 25, to the 27-yard line. Pick up a 3.
Just as you guys had requested.
34 seconds on the play clock. Guthrie will take this one well below 11 minutes of play in the fourth quarter.
We'll take 3 or 4 yards.
Yep.
And a cloud of turf.
Jay's already at the line of scrimmage with 23 seconds. There's no rush. Now they'll check the sideline.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely smell that now.
Oh, yeah. There's definitely a helicopter in the area.
How nice is it to have the windows up because it's so nice outside?
Beautiful.
Wow. Josh Raines, speaking of beautiful, hands it off to Isaiah Hammonds across the 30. So here we go. Big play here. 3rd down and 4. And obviously you would think a run play here, but a little pass might shake up the MacArthur defense. But do you risk an incomplete pass and stopping the clock?
Well, I think, we've shown in the second half that we can get yards in chunks running the ball. So I think the Jays will probably keep it on the ground here. Of course, this means they're going to go vertical and throw it 60 yards down the field.
10 seconds on the play clock. Here we go. Ball's at the 30. They need the 34. Man in the motion is Ty Eaton. Josh Raines will run on the right side, still trying to get there, and he will be so close. It'll depend on the spot. I think he might be a half-yard shy. It will depend on the spot, and it's going to be really, really close. Might have to have a measurement. Yeah.
I think either way.
Oh, they gave it to us.
Gave it to him.
Wow.
That was quick.
So a fresh set of
Do
downs.
these guys have some place to be? Because they've done everything quick tonight.
Well, we are in Lawton, and they're from OKC, Phil.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe their local Golden Shit closes at 11.
Ball is that 30?
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Oh, that was a good one. 3 receiver set. They're just there to space it out. They'll hand off to Isaiah
That
Stuff
just has not been there.
in the backfield and back for a loss of 1.
Yeah, that front for the Highlanders, you're not just going to line up and run it at them. It just isn't going to happen.
Yeah, they're pretty. What I've noticed too, pretty athletic, some big kids down there, but pretty darn athletic and quick.
Well, they're anchored by 77, our buddy Talon Phillips, who's just wreaking havoc tonight.
He never quit. You tell he talks constantly too. Look at him.
Dude, he is energetic. He's slapping 5. He's talking trash.
He's the guy that everybody that plays against him probably doesn't like him at all, but you'd love to have him on your team.
Absolutely.
Second down and 11. Josh Raines gives it off to Isaiah, and Isaiah gets back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be third down and 10. Clock running still, 8:45, 8:44 to play. Remember, MacArthur had to spend a timeout before a 2-point try.
Yeah. Josh has been kicking the ball, just booming it all night.
Just take care of the football, continue to chew clock. Desperately need to get positive yards on this play, though.
Third down and 10, 3 receiver set. Well, the Jays throw for it. KBS in motion, now 3 receivers to the far side. Screen, nope. A little pass caught at the 40, and down is Ty Eaton. They'll mark him at the 39. 5-yard pickup, 4th down and 5, 8:05, 8:04 to play in the fourth quarter. Guthrie will punt the football away.
Not all bad, though, because they're going to get that. When they turn the ball back over, they should run it down low.
Should be right around the 7-minute mark when they run their first play.
Probably about 7:30 or so, something like it, right in there. But that's, you would have liked to got more, but you got about 3 minutes off the clock, Chris.
Yeah, you got that one first down that extended it, gave you some time. Josh Raines punt formation at his own 28-yard line. MacArthur return man at his 30. A line drive, another beauty for Josh Raines. Bounces at the 20. Ball's loose on the turf.
That's live.
Still loose. And it looks like MacArthur was able to jump on it, and they did. However, it's inside their own 15-yard line. 7 minutes and 23 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Guthrie 42, Lawton MacArthur 32.
Little things like that make a difference in a ball game. Josh has been flipping the field on them all night, and not often at the high school level you can say that, but that's I know the second punt that he's put inside the 15. So big play right there for the senior Raines, and as you said, Phil, 7:23 to go.
Yeah, I tell you, this is now big. Got to have a Blue Jay stand here.
First down and 10, men in the motion. They'll hand it off to him. Cuts it at the 15. Now reverses the direction to the 20. Far side, 25, 30, 35, 40. And he's got open field. One guy to beat. 30, 25, 20. He's going to get into the end zone. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. 87-yard touchdown run.
Well, 7 minutes, 7 seconds left in the game. Boys, one-score game either way. It's going to matter if it's 3 or if it's 6. I don't think that matters because I think Mac's going to be going for it late in the game anyway. They're not looking for a field goal, so it's all the same.
One play, 87 yards.
Oh, they're lining it up again. Going to try their hand at an extra point, Chris. See if KBS can go 3 for 3.
It would pull it within 3. Extra point has not been there all night long. KBS has one block. Here they come. The line drive kick is good. And MacArthur pulls within a point of the Blue Jays, 3 points of the Blue Jays, 42-39. 7:07 to play in the fourth quarter. A long way to go. This is Guthrie Blue Jay football presented by F&M Bank.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world. Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time? 100% tenderloin. That's where the golden tenders come from. Marinated for 24 hours. It is amazing. And we also got the rolls. Made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it.
We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden. He's on Tinder. That's like a chicken dating app.
F&M Bank is a neighborhood bank with 8 branches and 17 ATM locations across 4 counties in central Oklahoma. F&M Bank can help you with all of your personal, business, and agricultural banking needs, or simply add efficiency to your business. Check out F&M Bank with online and mobile banking at www.fmbankok.com or download their app and have all of their services in the palm of your hand. F&M Bank is a neighbor you can count on. F&M Bank, member FDIC.
MacArthur kicks this one deep, filled it at the 13-yard line for the Blue Jays. Here's out to the 20, spins out of a tackle, and he'll get to the 18-yard line. It'll be first down 10 for the Blue Jays. Well, guys, before the game, we said this was a 50-50 ball game, and it's coming down to this. Now, yes, MacArthur scored, but it's how they scored. One play.
Yeah. Got a big bang. He'd go 80 yards for his touchdown.
87.
Yeah,
Well, you knew that thoroughbred was going to get loose at some point tonight, and he did right there. And partner, if you had the over, you're cashing the M&Ms tonight.
Yes, that's some M&Ms today.
I did too.
Yeah,
81 total points right now.
7 minutes playing the ball game. 6:59 to be exact. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 receiver to the far side. Ball's at the 19-yard line. Josh Raines in there at quarterback. Carson Wilder lines up on the right side. Josh will hand it off to Isaiah, and he's hit for a loss back in the backfield. Just a tough night for Isaiah tonight as he loses 1 yard.
It's almost like they know when he's going to get the ball, Chris, because he, like you said, he's coming in averaging almost 100 yards a game, and they have just sold out to stop him.
And if you're MacArthur, you know they're going to run the football.
Absolutely.
You know they're going to run the football.
You just pin your ears back right here and just wait for it.
6:26, 6:25 to play in the ball game. Guthrie leads it by 3 and has the football. Josh to throw. Goes downfield looking for KBS. And does he have the catch? He does. Senior to senior in the second round of the playoffs, all the way to the MacArthur 49-yard line. It's a 33-yard pass and catch.
Gutsy call right there by offensive coordinator Jason Rice, putting the faith, though, in his 2 seniors. Most dependable guys he's got out there.
And really, Josh threw it up for KBS to go make a play.
Yeah,
absolutely.
he did.
And right there, if he doesn't catch that, it's probably going to be DPI.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Well, I know Chris likes a good acronym.
I love the acronyms. Ball's at the MacArthur 49-yard line. Josh Raines slaps the hands, gets the shotgun snap, hands it off to Isaiah between the tackles. Okay. Isaiah will get to the 46. Nothing wrong with a 3-yard play on first down, as the next snap will be well under 6 minutes to play in the ball game.
And that's key right now, too. We got to keep running the clock. Even though we gave up a big play in the last series, you got to trust the Blue Jay defense. If you need to put it in the game in their hands, you got to trust them.
Boy, guys, it just has that feeling Guthrie needs to score one more time.
It does. It does.
Oh,
it really
yeah.
does. It really does.
11 on the play clock. Blue Jays to the line of scrimmage. 7 on the play clock. Josh Raines, shotgun formation for the 2nd down and 7 play from the MacArthur 46. Josh will run with it on the left side, and he'll get to the 45, and not much there. MacArthur not using any timeouts here. Still early. They do have 2 timeouts left in this half. Next snap will be under 5 minutes to go in the ball game. Guthrie leads at 42-39 in a very entertaining 5A football game here in Lawton. Guthrie 18 on the play clock. Josh Raines will check the far sideline, get the call from offensive coordinator Jason Rice, or one of the 2 other coaches relaying the signs. 7 on the play clock. Josh, shotgun at the 50-yard line. Josh to throw, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Carson Wilder. That's the first time Carson's been the receiver to go to that time, but it falls incomplete. Clock stops at 4:49.
Just climbed on him right there, guys. Just a little bit too much heat on that one, and it just climbed on him.
4th down 7. Guthrie will bring the punt team onto the field.
It's going to come down to this Blue Jay defense. Can they get a stop here? Of course, got to get the punt off. Got to execute that. Got to defend the return.
Mack with 3 scores here in the second half, including the last drive. 1 play, 87-yard run. Josh Raines back at his own 42-yard line to punt this one away. Good snap. Josh has been great punting all night. This one's a little bit shorter than normal, but high. And then it takes a big Blue Jay bounce across the 20, across the 15. About a 15, 16-yard bounce for Josh Raines. It's Lawton MacArthur. 4 minutes and 37 seconds on the clock. They have 2 timeouts as they trail it by 3.
I'm going to go ahead and make the captain obvious call of the night. Let's account for 7 right here. Figure out where he's at on the field.
Kemper.
Yep. He's been Mr. Everything for them tonight. And also, number 5, Montez Edwards has had several catches. Matt can do it from everywhere. 7.
MacArthur hands it off here. Trying the right side, cuts it at the 15 to the 20, still on his feet as he'll get to the 21-yard line. Strong run of about 7 or 8 yards.
Keep them in bounds, let the clock run. Force Mac to use their timeouts if you have to, but boy, at all costs, you got to keep them in bounds.
4:13, 4:12, 4:11.
There's 7 on the field. There he is. He's going to get in the slot.
Got to find him on the far side in the slot. 2nd down, and they'll call it 1.
There we go.
And it's going to be a tackle for loss in the backfield. Zachary Thompson, another big play by another senior. And it's going to be 3rd down for the MacArthur Highlanders. It's going to be 3rd down, and we'll call it 6th.
Next snap's going to take place inside of 3:30.
MacArthur will line up in the same formation. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 receiver to the near side, 1 running back on the right side of Gage Graham.
We're doubling 7 down here, Chris, with Walters and Shelf.
Walters at the line of scrimmage, Shelf, and now MacArthur will spend a timeout. We will leave it here. We're okay on timeouts. Don't want to miss anything. But, yeah, Grant's at the line of scrimmage, and Jalen Shelf about 10 yards behind Jackson.
Yeah, as Phil talked about in the Mercy injury report, number 2, DeAndre Jones is out, so we got Zachary Henry in. Played a good ball game tonight.
Played a good ball game, yep.
But has not had a lot of snaps this season.
Right.
So you've got 5, Montez Edwards, who's hurt us tonight. Obviously, we've talked at length about number 7, Nasir Kemper. So it looks like right there the Blue Jays we're going to double up on Kemper. And then, but we still got to account for 5 Edwards. Both of those guys have killed us tonight. So odd that MacArthur would go ahead and spend a timeout right there, Chris. But I guess saw something they didn't like in the Blue Jay defense. Want to change their play call. 3:26 to go. 3rd and 6. A big snap.
Well, I can tell you in 6A1, 6A2, 5A football, this is the best game all night long in the 3 largest classes. Glad to have you on board here tonight. 3rd down and 6 for MacArthur. Graham to throw, feels the pressure, avoids the pressure. He's got to throw it, and he does, and it is caught at the 29-yard line. Zach Henry on the coverage was step for step, and you got to give credit to Gage Graham, the quarterback. He had 3 or 4 Blue Jays just seeking down on him.
Landon Herzl almost was there. He pumped Landon Herzl into the air, got him off his feet.
That was not bad coverage by Zach.
No, not at all.
I mean, Zach
he covered and Graham just extended the play with his feet.
Yeah.
3:07, 3:06. That clock is slowly moving if you're a Blue Jay fan. 1st down and 10 from the 29-yard line. Back to the running game. 30. Kemper tackled, spins at the 35, still spinning at the 37, and driven out of bounds. So even bonus, boy, Kemper's running hard. Was that? Yeah,
that's 1.
Is that 1? Excuse me, Isaiah Gray. Just assume it's going to be Kemper.
He spun like 7 times on that play, Chris.
And he got out of bounds for a 1st down.
I was waiting for somebody to rip that ball out of there, and it just never did.
Boy, getting out of bounds was so huge because it looked like it was going to be about a 3-yard pickup in bounds, and he kept spinning and spinning.
Keep him in bounds. They're snapping this ball at about 2:25.
Yeah. Instead, snap at 2:53. Back to the running game.
Get it tackled
to the 43. 3-yard pickup. Well, actually giving forward progress to the 44. 2:42 and rolling. MacArthur's going to have to go back to the air, I think, a few more times here.
And Mac's got 1 timeout remaining, correct?
Yes.
I know the scoreboard shows 2, but I think that they do have 1.
Yeah, they do have 1. 2nd down and 6. And the ball's loose on the field.
Oh, that's Blue Jay ball.
I think Guthrie has it.
That's Blue Jay ball.
They do. Zachary Thompson Chris Chaputis comes up with a loose ball.
Wow.
And MacArthur turns it over. And how many times have we said it tonight? Lawton Mac has really hurt themselves all season long on turnovers and penalties.
Yep.
I'm actually surprised that play didn't get stopped right there, Chris. Nobody was set in that MacArthur backfield. I just knew we were going to see a yellow hanky right there and get them for a false start or illegal shift or something. I don't know if Graham wasn't ready for the snap or what, but man, what a break for the Blue Jays.
Wow.
Now remember, MacArthur has only one timeout left, so they can only stop the 1 clock here. Guthrie takes over at the MacArthur 41-yard line.
Who's back on the field?
Hayden Calvert. You think he has the option to give it off to Isaiah or Josh? It'll be Josh here, and Josh will go down at the 41, and MacArthur elects to use their timeout right here, their final timeout, with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. And so you would have 40 times 3 is 120 seconds. That's 2 minutes. So if MacArthur can somehow get the ball, it'll be less than 20 seconds-ish.
Ish.
And probably Guthrie will probably punt the football, and so MacArthur, if it goes all planned, we'll have the football somewhere deep in their own territory with 20-some-odd seconds.
One first down, the ball game's over.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, yeah.
It's got to take care of it.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised if you don't see on this second down. I know that scenario. Maybe you try to get somebody out here on the wide side of the field, pick up that first down, stay in bounds. Then it's ball game, boys.
It's bold strategy, Nichols.
It is.
I think you play it safe and just play the odds.
Do you kneel it?
No, I think you run it. I think you run it.
No,
I think
you try to get another first down.
Yeah, I think you try to run it here, and second down and 10. Calvert pulls it out of the belly, runs with it across the 40, stays on his feet to the 35. They'll call it the 36. 5-yard pickup.
You've been saying it all night. The freshman pulls it out of the belly of the senior bell cow, Raines, and keeps it himself.
He doesn't know he's a freshman, guys.
Man.
Somebody forgot to tell him.
My heart stopped. I was like, whoa, what are you doing, young fella?
So he is definitely that kid that wants the ball.
Yeah, obviously. Obviously.
17 on the play clock, 1:47 on the game clock. Guthrie has 2 timeouts, so they can really milk this down a couple times to 1 second to take full advantage of it. 6 on the play clock. Calvert, shotgun snap. He'll roll to his right and throws it. Man's wide open. It's caught for a first down, and that will ice the ball game as freshman Hayden Calvert hooks up with Ty Eaton, the sophomore, to ice the second-round playoff game.
Hey, what color am I thinking of? How many fingers am I holding up behind my back? Good Lord, Nichols. Hey, there's not going to be a post-game show tonight. We will be coming to you live from the Comanche Casino. Phil's going to play blackjack all night.
What a play call. What a pass. What a catch.
You got to give it up to our partner right there.
Absolutely.
Good Lord.
Absolutely.
Calling that.
See, I check, and he goes all in.
Man.
There's one knee. I think Guthrie will probably have to take one more knee to ice this ball game here. And the Blue Jays are going to head to the quarterfinals and take on Collinsville. That game will be in Collinsville. But the Blue Jays go on the road here tonight in Lawton and hold on for a big-time victory. Final score here in a few seconds will be 42-39. Guthrie has to take one more knee. Good snap, and there's the knee, and the Blue Jays travel to Comanche County and take down the Lawton MacArthur Highlanders. Final score, 42-39. And the Guthrie High School band plays proudly across the way. And a very, very entertaining ball game from the first snap to the last snap.
Boy,
it was back and forth.
You alluded to it as you're watching the scores and helping produce the show, and you said that this was the best game on the board tonight in all the large classes. I can't tell you the last time we saw a game this good, Chris. This was an excellent football game. You came into it, you said this is a 50-50 game. 2 pretty evenly matched teams, different strengths, different weaknesses, but my goodness, what a great high school football game in a beautiful stadium on a beautiful night.
We got a whole lot to talk about here in the Terra Insure Group post-game show. Phil Nichols is making his way down to the field, and boy, what a game tonight. Blue Jays advance to the third round. There's 5 rounds this year due to COVID. Third round of the Oklahoma 5A playoffs.
Is this what the small schools have to go through, 5 rounds?
Class A and Class 2A, and I think Class B has to do that. Blue Jays win it. Final score, 42-39. Boys, stay tuned. We got a whole lot to get to here in the Terra Insure Group post-game show. This is Blue Jay Football presented by F&M Bank.
Generations Church, we exist to love God, love people, and serve both well. We're a multi-generational, multicultural church that believes in being a light to our city and our region. At Generations, we don't believe that church can be put in a box. We're a church that accepts all people from all walks of life, young, old, rich, and poor, and you will feel welcome at Generations. Join us at 10 a.m. every Sunday at 2524 West Noble in Guthrie, America. You can also join us at generationsguthrie.online.church. Interbank wishes all the Guthrie Blue Jays student athletes a great season and will be cheering the whole way. Interbank is proud to be a part of the tremendous momentum in Guthrie with the growing success of our schools and city. Interbank continues the winning tradition of taking care of their customers with personal and business banking. Located just blocks from the Rock at 224 East Oklahoma or by phone at 405-282-0470. Interbank, in it for you. Member FDIC.
In Lawton, Oklahoma, the Guthrie Blue Jays come on the road and take down the Lawton MacArthur Highlanders in an exciting second-round playoff game. Blue Jays win it by a final score of 42-39. This is the Terra Insure Group post-game show. Blue Jays again win it 42-39. Terra Insure Group post-game show. Coming up here in a few moments, we'll have our North Church player of the game, and I promise you it's going to be a good one, a senior. We'll get to him here in just a minute. We'll also have our Generations Church on-field interview with Blue Jay head coach Kelly Beebe in what was a fun ball game to be a part of.
Chris, we've talked all season long about the sophomore class. But tonight, it was a couple of seniors and a freshman bringing it home for the Blue Jays.
Absolutely, and we're getting ready for one of those seniors right now. But, Hayden Calvert comes in and starts at quarterback. It was a new wrinkle. He didn't play the entire game. Josh Raines, the senior who's been there the last couple of years, led the way down the stretch. But a great new wrinkle that obviously MacArthur was not ready for.
No, and I think
How could they be ready for it?
I mean, we weren't ready for it. But Calvert, again, tonight acquitted himself well, made a couple of big throws, including that third down pass right there to ice the ball game.
There's plenty of time for the freshman to get better and better over the years, but right now we have a senior that has gotten better and better each and every time he's got onto the field. And with that, tonight's North Church player of the game is Caden Ballard Stevenson. We call him KBS, downstairs with Phil Nichols.
Guys, like you said, here with senior KBS, 2 touchdowns. Big-time plays on special teams, caught tons of big balls, played defense all night. I told Chris halfway through the game, I said, he's playing like if this is my last game, I'm going to make him remember it. So talk us through this ball game, an exciting game, best game in the state of Oklahoma tonight.
Just like you said, just playing as if it is our last. Like every day this week, just thought about practice, getting ready as if it was my last, and that feeling that it was my last never came, so I just knew this was going to happen.
KBS, talk a little bit about this wrinkle, this new wrinkle, trotting the freshman out there, Calvert at quarterback. Adds a real dimension. You count for one more guy when he's out on the field, right?
Pretty much we could hit him with anything. Like, he's ready. He's ready.
Caden Ballard Stevenson, 47-yard touchdown catch there in the first quarter, a 24-yard touchdown reception in the third quarter, but a big catch at midfield there in the fourth quarter to extend the drive. And, oh, by the way, throw in an interception and also throw in a blocked PAT. This is a moment that is great for the program tonight.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
I think one of the big things too, Caden, is you talk about the different things that happen. It's the little things. Your buddy Shelf, opening kickoff, they kick it short, he takes it to the house, come right back, get a big stop. And it really set a tone. First half dominated the game. Mac came out in the second half, made some adjustments, and turned this into just a shootout. Of course, the Blue Jays at the end were able to get the victory, but felt like 2 different ball games in the halves.
That's exactly what Coach was telling us. He said, hey, guys, this is still the same game as the first half. And that pretty much shot us right back in the gear.
Guys, won it again. He's won it a couple times this year. Getting ready to go to Collinsville. Of course, Collinsville 2 years ago went to Collinsville, didn't like the outcome. What do you got to get ready for next week?
Pretty much just work on consistency. That's all we need. Just hard work, get in shape, because we got vengeance coming.
I got to ask one last question. Did you guys hear about the 50-0 prediction?
Heard about it. All they did was fill us up.
Yeah.
That's all they did.
Well, great job for senior KBS, Caden Ballard-Stevenson, getting ready for Collinsville next week, Chris.
Absolutely. Caden Ballard-Stevenson, tonight's Norchurch Player of the Game, and boy, what a game it was. It was one of the most rounded games we've seen all season by a Blue Jay. Again, 2 touchdown receptions, and there was a couple other big catches in there, blocked PAT and interception in that first half. Just a overall game. He doesn't come off the field.
Yeah, no.
Kick returns.
This was the best game of his high school career, hands down. And just the fact that the poise on that long throw there in the fourth quarter from Raines to Stevenson for that long first down, and we got behind the sticks down here. Just outstanding game. And Chris, when it all boiled down to it, I know we probably only give him credit for one blocked PAT, but he in essence blocked another one. How big were those points in the scheme of things? I know it was a 3-point ball game, but my goodness, we needed every point we could get tonight. And he kept 2 off the board.
Absolutely. We'll continue on here in the Terry and Shore Group post-game show as we go downstairs with Phil Nichols with Blue Jay head coach Kelly Beebe, brought to you by our good friends at Generations Church.
Guys, I am here with head football coach Kelly Beebe. Man, what a defensive battle tonight, Coach.
Well, it was at times. If 7 wasn't playing for them and 7 wasn't playing for us, it might have been a lower scoring affair. But, no, this is a very tough place to come in and win a ball game. And Coach Manning and his staff, Coach Manning's been here for forever, similar to our staff. And we have a lot of familiarity. We played them in 6 and 11 and 12 and 16 and now in 20. And, they're all juniors, and we're juniors and sophomores for the most part. We've got 8 or 9 seniors left. So, good chance we talked about before the game, Coach Manning and I, we'd see each other again next year. Just can't say enough about the coaches and the preparation that they've done over the last 2 weeks to get ready for this game, and the crowd that came all the way over here tonight, and band and cheer and all those kind of things. And I told the boys before the game, beating Duncan is a great win, but the feeling you're going to get from winning a playoff game, and there's just nothing quite like it. And they got a taste of that tonight, and it was good. I'm so happy for all the kids and all the coaches.
Coach, just so much to talk about tonight in this overall performance. I'm going to start with the senior though, Caden Ballard-Stevenson. Offensively, defensively, special teams, never left the field, and was huge in all 3 aspects of the game tonight.
Caden's been doing that for us, all year long. He's been real unselfish, and he and I talked over the course prior to his senior year about, kind of what I felt like he could contribute the most to our football team, because you guys remember he's not a terrible quarterback. No. But if he's playing quarterback, he can't do all the other things that he does for us. And, myself and every one of my coaches that would answer the same way. He's been our undisputed leader in the weight room, in the locker room, finishing every sprints. And biggest compliment I can get, he's kind of a throwback Guthrie kid at this point in his career. And, I love that kid.
Coach, got to ask about the wrinkle. We're all sitting there, and we look down the field, and here comes number 1 trotting on the field. Had that in your mind for a couple weeks maybe?
Well, no, he looked pretty good against Guyman. And and he can throw the ball a little bit. And, thought maybe he'll utilize Josh a little bit in the run game and maybe the swing pass and maybe the lead block. So that was Coach Rice and Coach Hayes and Coach Bennett and Coach Sanders' brainchild. And with my head coaching duties and my defensive duties, I don't intervene too often with those guys. I trust them, and they got the best interest of kids in heart, and they sold it to the kids. And I think it was beneficial to us tonight.
No doubt about it. And I think one thing, too, that was really interesting, we talk about Coach Rice, and I realize it's an entire staff effort, but what a ball game he called tonight.
He did. We had a little trouble with their adjustments at halftime. They continued to hammer the perimeter and throw the quick game to some really, really athletic kids. We bottled the run up pretty good in the first half and had the lead. I think it was 28-12. And then when we had to have it, those guys came through big. kicked our extra points and those kind of things. And I think we stopped 2 of their 2-point conversions, and they made a couple of them and blocked one. At least we got two extra points. So Coach Young has done an outstanding with our job with our special teams, this year, and made it a true third phase of our game. So, when you win a game like this, there can't get enough credit to everybody. When you lose one, it's on me.
That's the big seat, right? That's the big seat.
I got big seat.
Well, talk a little bit about Collinsville. We know who we're playing. Obviously an outstanding football team going on the road over there to play them. We've had that experience before.
I have not seen them. I've talked to some coaches over there that said they're the real deal, and I believe it. They're 10-0, but they missed their play-in bye game, and they missed their game tonight, so they haven't played in a couple of weeks. It'll be 21 days before they take the field. We'll see how they handle that because they haven't been through a COVID break. Now, Guthrie, we're old hat. The kids are like, how long till we play, Coach? 21? Okay, we got that. So I think they have an outstanding quarterback and throw the ball and a big offensive line and run the ball, and they play good defense. Kevin Jones over there has done a really, really good job with that program. And I'll be on the phone with him when I get done with you guys, and we'll get the film sent each way, and we'll sleep for a minute and go up and see if we can get us another one.
Hey, Coach Beebe, real quick, is there any way we can get Coach Manning and the Highlanders to come to the Jelsma Stadium one of these years? We always come here. It'd be nice to have them come over once in a while.
Well, if we can beat McGinnis or Carl Albert and get a home playoff game, which we're thoroughly trying to do, that gives us a better shot at it. But not many teams can say they've won 2 playoff games in here. We won one in 12, and I think when we won that one in 12, I think it was 35-13 that they hadn't been beat in a first-round playoff game in 15 or 18 years, and that was a big night. We had a fake punt that night that was huge in that ball game, and they had the Graham kid back from the 11 team we beat in the finals. And then in 16, I tried to block 16 out of my mind. They had that state championship ball club that they should have won it. And then tonight, 3 points? Was it 42-39?
Yep, 3 points.
We'll take it.
Hey, it's a W, Coach. Enjoy this one. It's always fun to get a playoff win, go to the quarterfinals next week, try to get another one.
And Piedmont got beat, so.
It's a great day.
Life's good.
Coach, you beat me to it. I was going to get to that.
I'm sorry.
Blue Jays won it here tonight over Lawton MacArthur. Final score 42-39. Thank you to Coach Kelly Beebe joining us for our Generations Church on-field interview as the Blue Jays advance to the third round, the quarterfinals of the 5A playoffs. They take on Collinsville next week. More about that and more as we take a timeout. This is the Terra Insure Group post-game show.
At South Point Baptist Church, we want you to cheer loud and be proud as we send the Blue Jays to victory. Afterwards, join us each Sunday in our friendly family atmosphere. South Point invites you, your family, and friends to join us each week with Sunday school beginning at 10 a.m. and our morning service at 11 a.m. South Point wishes all students this season to make fun and exciting memories not only on the playing field, but in the classroom as well. And as always, go Blue Jays.
After this, we bring you more from the stadium as the Terra Insure Group postgame show continues.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Lawton County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy.
Terra Insure Group post-game show continues here in Lawton, Oklahoma, as the Guthrie Blue Jays defeat Lawton MacArthur 42-39. Phil Nichols, Seth Robbins, Chris Evans with you here on the TIG post-game show. 405-293-4880 is the phone number. 2403 South Division. TIGOK.com is all the ways to get a hold of the good folks over there at Terra Insure Group. Collinsville it is again, and it will be a tough task. Collinsville 10-0 on the season. First round bye, second round bye, and so they'll be playing a team that is coming off an emotional win and against a Collinsville team that hasn't played in a few weeks. How it plays out, I have no idea. We got all week to talk about it.
You don't know how that sword's going to cut, Chris. Was it 2 weeks they needed off to get healthy? You know, is it 2 weeks that's going to cause them rust? You just never know how it's going to play out. But for the Blue Jays, they got to turn it around and head 90 to 100 miles in the other direction. And but man, what a great ball game tonight! As you and I were talking in the break, it's been such a difficult year. You know, I think Guthrie had 2 different times during the year where they had 25 plus days off. You know, it's been just really a sorry year in a lot of regards. Not the boys and not the result, but just been a grind of a year. So to come over here and take this medicine of a 42-39 road playoff win, my goodness, I don't know how you could script it any better if you're Coach Beebe. You know, and just really, 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 a game like this just covers up a tremendous amount of ills.
Does anybody have any oxygen?
They're turning the lights on us, and we're not going anywhere. But this is a great program win.
Oh man, it's huge. And you know, down on the field after the ball game, just the mindset down there was cool to watch for the kids. You know, they got to remember this is a club. Most of the kids out there playing, they didn't make the playoffs last year.
Yeah. A lot of them didn't make the playoffs last year, and a lot of them were playing freshman ball last year.
Correct.
Or
so
8th grade ball last year.
Yeah, correct. So it's a big victory, and I like Coach Beebe. He got a little sly smile. You guys probably couldn't see it up here, but when I asked him about number 1, if he maybe had that planned for a couple of weeks, he just grinned, you know. So Chris called it. I mean, you know, this is something he's been thinking about and adds a real wrinkle.
Blue Jays win at 42-39. Got to get another break here. They're starting to turn the lights off on us here. We're not going anywhere. Back after this. This is the Terra Insure Group post-game show.
At Terra Insure Group, you'll be helped by lifelong Blue Jay fans, Jason Herzl, Dennis Oakes, and Seth Robbins. They aren't limited to any single provider. They'll work with you to find the carrier and the plan that fits you best. Terra Insure Group is an independent insurance agency specializing in home, auto, and commercial lines of insurance. Call Terra Insure Group at 293-4880 or stop by at 2403 South Division or visit them online at tigok.com. Terra Insure Group, insuring your world.
Don't go away. More of the Terra Insure Group postgame show in a moment.
At Generations Church, we exist to love God, love people, and serve both well. We're a multi-generational, multicultural church that believes in being a light to our city and our region. At Generations, we don't believe that church can be put in a box. We're a church that accepts all people from all walks of life, young, old, rich, and poor, and you will feel welcome at Generations. Join us at 10 a.m. every Sunday at 2524 West Noble in Guthrie, America. You can also join us at generationsguthrie.online.church.
Terra Insure Group post-game show continues here in Lawton, Oklahoma. Second round victory for the Blue Jays, 42-39. Guthrie led the entire way. It all started on a 70-yard kick return to begin the ball game by Jalen Shelf. Guthrie, again, never trailed the entire time. Give credit to Lawton MacArthur, never gave up, gave it a close game all the way to the end.
Well, as Phil talked about in the pregame about number 7,
Nazir Kemper.
I'm dead. Nazir Kemper. You know, they had individual parts that were likely better than anybody we had, but as typical, the sum of our parts turned out to be just good enough. You know, and we've talked about it, but the new look with Calvert at QB, Raines at one of the back spots, you could tell that really kind of discombobulated them in the first half.
Yeah.
And I think that first half, you know, we needed everything we could get.
Mm-hmm.
And I really, really think without that look, we're in a whole different mood right now.
Probably.
Yeah. It just can't get, you know, the Calvert coming in here performing well. I mean, I don't remember even
he wasn't just out there.
He performed well. But I will, you know, when we talk about Lawton MacArthur Guthrie 2020, KBS will be a name that you remember for a long, long time, just on all three sides of the ball.
I think no matter what happens next week, the kid put the stamp on his career with tonight's ball game, and you're right. I think, and Coach Beebe gave him the best compliment that Coach Beebe can get when he said he's an old throwback Blue Jay.
Yeah.
You know, that is the best compliment any Blue Jay can get.
Well, you know, and to his credit, when he was young, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, 9th grade, it looked like he was on the trajectory to be the next signal caller for the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
And then, you know, as often happens, bodies change,
Yeah.
Our bodies don't change.
And your needs.
And sometimes, we've talked about this during the Josh King era.
Yeah.
They didn't need Josh King to be a 2,000-yard back, although he could have been.
Right.
KBS would be more than a serviceable quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
But for this team, they need him to play wide receiver, to be the first option on the at wideout. They need him to be a lockdown corner.
Yeah.
They need him to be a return man.
Yeah.
And like you said, Phil, he did stamp his name tonight in Blue Jay football. This is, as Chris said, this is one of the biggest wins that the program's had in the last half decade.
Yep.
And his fingerprints were all over it from the first play to the last play.
Yeah.
Blue Jays led 14-6 after quarter number 1, led 28-18 at halftime. At the end of the third quarter, they led 42-26, and they hold on to win.
I want to invite you to North Church Guthrie, where you can expect fun, Bible-centered kids and student ministries, life-giving groups, engaging worship, and powerful messages. I would love to see you and your family at North Church Guthrie this Sunday at 9:30 or 11 a.m. at Guthrie Upper Elementary School, where our vision is to love God, love people, and follow Jesus. And remember, God loves you, and go win.
Exxon was founded by 2 combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Hayes Funeral Home is a proud supporter of the Guthrie Blue Jays from the first game all the way to the championship game. With years of experience in funeral service, the Hayes family brings compassion and professional service during difficult times. Owners Chuck, Lynette, and Hope take pride in providing families and their loved ones quality care. The Hayes family supports Guthrie student athletes on the playing field and in the classroom. Hayes Funeral Home is located on the corner of Noble and Wentz. Visit online at hayesfh.com.
Final thoughts from the stadium are ahead on the Terra Insure Group postgame show.
When garage door problems occur, don't call a kind of service company or maybe a repair guy. Call Paul Creed at A-Team Overhead Door. Paul owns and operates his company and has over 15 years of experience in residential and commercial overhead door service. Paul provides all garage door services from repairs to installations. With free estimates, Paul will work with you to decide the best possible solution for your garage door or opener problems. Call A-Team Overhead Door today. 405-642-7065.
At Terra Insure Group, you'll be helped by lifelong Blue Jay fans, Jason Herzl, Dennis Oakes, and Seth Robbins. They aren't limited to any single provider. They'll work with you to find the carrier and the plan that fits you best. Terra Insure Group is an independent insurance agency specializing in home, auto, and commercial lines of insurance. Call Terra Insure Group at 293-4880 or stop by at 2403 South Division or visit them online at tigok.com. Terra Insure Group, insuring your world.
Final segment here on the Terra Insure Group postgame show. Blue Jays victorious over Lawton MacArthur 42-39. Here in the second round of the Oklahoma Class 5A playoffs. Guthrie Blue Jays will be in Collinsville next Friday night. Not sure if that's a 7 or 7:30 game. I would think 7 o'clock. Stay tuned with Guthrie News page throughout the week. We'll let you know as well. Real quick, El Reno beats Piedmont. McAllister beats Pryor. So it'll be El Reno McAllister in one quarterfinal. Claremore got throttled by Coweta 44-14. McGinnis takes it to Duncan 41-21. So Coweta and McGinnis will play in one quarterfinal. Be a great ball game. Carl Albert, no problem over Ardmore 49-14. Bishop Kelly, no problem over Tahlequah. Great matchup. Carl Albert and Bishop Kelly. Collinsville, again, off tonight due to COVID with Shawnee. Guthrie plays Collinsville. What a Final 8 that is. And it's going to be great ball games, highlighted more than likely Carl Albert, Bishop Kelly, Coweta, McGinnis. But Guthrie's going to try to get a victory in Collinsville next week, and El Reno will be favorites in McAllister. Great 5A bracket.
Well, great 5A teams left. And one thing's definite with this new wrinkle tonight from the Blue Jays offensively, it's going to give Collinsville something to think about. And boys, going into Collinsville next week, Guthrie's got nothing to lose.
No.
You can just let it all hang out, go have fun.
Yep.
You don't see what happens.
They're playing with house money.
Yeah.
And I'll say this as an advertiser, we're going to get our full slate of games. We're going to get we're going to get our 10th ball game.
Yes.
You know, and
minimum 10.
Minimum 10, but we're getting our full slate of 10 games thanks to the Blue Jays. And I'm messing with you, obviously,
yeah.
But I'm glad to get the full 10.
Yeah,
you know, and love sponsoring this post game show. I don't know, we've probably done it. This is probably year number 10 for us doing the post game show.
Yeah,
pretty darn close.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I miss the little footballs.
Yeah, you know, we may have to go back to the little footballs or the TIG T-shirts, the Guts Florida Guthrie T-shirts. But Dennis, Lisa, Kira, probably all listening tonight. And in the insurance world, it's been a rough 3 weeks with all that ice we had. And but it's nice to take a mental break and come over here and watch an outstanding football game by these Blue Jays.
Thanks for ringing my phone. You're my hero.
Oh, hey, you know what?
It was my idea.
You know what?
None of this happens if I don't pick up the phone.
As long as that silver Chevrolet can at least find me a quick trip, I will make it back to Logan County.
Terra Insure Group, 2403 South Division. Phone number 405-293-4880 or online, tigok.com. Final score for the final time tonight in Lawton, Oklahoma, inside Cameron Stadium. The Blue Jays lead it from the get-go all the way to the end. They win it by a final score of 42-39. Our next broadcast 1 week from tonight in Collinsville, Oklahoma. In the quarterfinal action, it'll be the Blue Jays and the Cardinals. Bluebirds, Redbirds. It'll be a good one. We'll have it right here on 93.7 FM.
All the Bluebirds listening, drive safe. Back to Guthrie.
Yep. Absolutely. For Jordan Leach in our Stillwater studio, Mason Russell and Kel Evans on the cameras. Braden Russell, our on-site producer tonight. For Seth Robbins, Phil Nichols, I'm Chris Evans. Have a great weekend, and as always, go Blue Jays.
Guthrie Football 2020 is brought to you by Interbank, strengthening our communities through community banking. Golden Chick, the original and still the best. South Point Baptist Church, welcome home. Exton, we build better business owners. Terra Insure Group, insuring your world. John Vance Auto Group, where it's comfortable to buy a car. Generations Church, love God, love people, serve both well. North Church Guthrie, you matter. Mercy Hospital, Logan County, your life is our life's work. And F&M Bank, a neighbor you can count on. Guthrie Blue Jay Football is also brought to you by the Guthrie Tag Agency, A-Team Overhead Door, First Christian Church, Hayes Funeral Home, Sonic at I-35 and Highway 33, and Mary Roberts Farm Bureau, Oklahoma. You've been listening to Guthrie Blue Jay Football on the Guthrie Radio Network, home of the 4-time state champions. Until next time, go Blue Jays.